You lucky again. How y'all doing? What's going on? Let me get some music on. How's everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys had a great day. Let's see if I can get some music going. All right. Y'all good? Y'all come in and hit the like button. Shout out to all of you all. I caught the last 10 minutes of Candace's dumbass episode on J Wit Podcast. Yeah, I'm a little sad. My feelings are hurt a little bit. I am. I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad. I tried to get on the live. I was like, bro, drop the link. He had the story box on. Normally, I don't even like watching Candace until I go live, only because I enjoy doing it live in real time with you all. So I haven't seen the full episode. I've only seen like the last 10 minutes. But I saw Storybox over there. Jay Storybox. Now I gotta have him on the LLC. And I'm still trying to get Milk Bar back to come and do a reaction with us here in real time. Shout out to Milk Bar TV. I know he's been busy. A lot going on over there. And a horrible incident that occurred where you had the attack over there in Australia. I know Storybox got very busy with that. But Milk Bar. So still gonna try to reach out to him, see if he come back and do a live with us. Do a live reaction with us. But shout out to my brother in Christ. You know you saw my comments and my email and my text. My feelings are hurt a little bit, y'all. I'm just gonna sulk silently a little bit. I was like, what in the hell? I'm not even trying to hold up Jay's time any longer than necessary. I just want to get a quick intro and say hello. Huge fan. I love him calling Candace, the cult leader, a dingbat. Many of us share an audience, so you guys know he's fantastic. If you keep up with what's going on with the Candace, who now wants to be her own religion, I hear. Candace, you're bad at this. No, you already have a cult. Why do you need a religion? Is it not the same in your world? Can't make this up. So, oh man. So I believe in camaraderie and community. I've been trying to get on over there with Paramount Tactical. He's got Edie Lowe and Artie Trolls over there on Paramount Tactical. I was like, why do I feel left out? I feel left out. Oh, have mercy. So I tried. So many of you all tried as well. What's going on? So many of you all tried as well. But it's all right. It's all right. I'm just gonna sulk about it. Well, shout out to you all. What's going on, Mama Sage? How you doing? Kitty Cat Lover. Can't wait. How you doing? What's going on? Melinda's up in here. Hello, y'all. Hello, my mom's here. Hey, Mom. How y'all doing? How's it going? Candace? Shout out to my moms, you all. Shout out to my moms. What's going on, Francisca? Over in the UK. Shout out to all my moms. Thank you all so much for your support and for holding it down. All the members, all the supporters, the Luxters here, the LLC words cannot express how grateful I am for you all support here in the LLC. So make sure you guys are sharing the content wherever. I don't care if it's Facebook, X, Instagram, share this content. Let's continue to have LLC grow. Our target is to get 50,000 supporters by March 31st. We can do it. We can do it. It can be done. Very possible. So let's share this content. Let's have a good time. There are just many things in life that I just can't take seriously, and 90% of the stuff that comes out of Candace's mouth, many of those things I can't take seriously. I just don't. But when she says something that is absolutely deplorable, we're going to call it out. Period. I owe her nothing. We're going to call it out. We're going to call it out. Talking about you want your own religion now, and you already have a cult? Girl, bye, Felicia. You can't make this up. Candace is great. She's lost her mind. It is what it is. She has lost her ever loving mind. So, y'all ready? We're gonna hop right on into it. What's going on, Rhonda Barnes? How you doing? From New Zealand. Candace, I hear you still have not given back refunds either. So now you're a cult leader who wants your own religion, and you're still a crook and a scam artist. Can't make this up. Candace is a con artist, just booking events, not caring about having anything insecure with the visa to ensure that she could have the event, and now refuses to even entertain the aspect of giving people their money back. Her own supporters at that. Her own supporters at that. You get to a point where, you want to say, you know what? That's on them. Her cult members want to sit here and not create a fuss over it. Still sucks. I don't like to see people taking advantage of. But she still should be trying to make ways, or present some opportunity for people to get their money back. So until she does that, Candace, you're a scam artist. You're a con. You're a thief. People paid for a ticket for an event you could not guarantee because you didn't have a visa secured. And now you don't even want to think about getting their money back. You're a thief, girl. You're a thief. I'm going to call it out like I see it. Holding on to money that's not yours. A promoter has had to declare insolvency because of you, Candace, dumb cult leader. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to hear from this Ewok? Some of you all have already heard it. Shout out to Jay from Storybox and Jay Witt, my brother in Christ, whom I'm hurt a little bit. My feelings are hurt, boy. My feelings are hurt. You saw my damn comment. All right, let's get to it. You get to it. Y'all know I'm gonna fuss. This is what I do. I'm gonna fuss. My feelings are hurt. Let's see here. After this, we're gonna check out Milk Bar has 3-4 videos he's done. And Ami, y'all, as soon as I got through with the live yesterday, why did my boyfriend have a new video posted up? It's like he read my mind. He must have been watching. I see you, Ami. Mama loves you so much. With his cute self. Why did Ami drop a new video and I found it as soon as I was finished with the live yesterday? I said, God dog it. That's all right. It'll be something we'll watch after, Candace, the seed of Chucky, is done vomiting whatever she does for the first 40 minutes that I missed. So we'll check out the videos that I have missed from Milk Bar. And then we'll check out Ami at the end so we can have a good laugh just to kind of seal the deal. Because, like I said, Candace, the only thing we can do with you, Cadence, is laugh at you, you dumb demon. We all know she's an alien. Can't make this up. Shout out to all of you. I thank y'all so much. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Francisca's everybody's child. Everybody's live at the same. That's why I was like, it's so funny because I try my best to not collide too much with especially with other content creators when I know we share an audience. But y'all, my work schedule and I heard some words of wisdom. If you're waiting for others to not go live just to go live, you'll never go live. So it is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna have to do it. We shout out to Lynn and Anna. We'll do a video this evening after this on Umar. Even if I get in Marianne's updates. Yesterday I kind of rage quit. I was so irritated. Can't believe they sitting here not trying to follow through on that lawsuit. Can't make this up. Umar the Oompa Loompa is 2 inches from going to court. And you got people in a community talking about, no, we just want to mediate. Oh my God. All right, y'all. In the meantime, all right, let's sit to the White Walker. What's going on? We see some new people up in here. How you doing, Miguel? What's going on? Hey, CC. Candace doesn't read, a news article, Newsweek article cover her moving the wedding photo lower so Gigi could reach and see it better. What? Are you serious? Moving the wedding photo lower. What? So she proctored a wedding photo? Did you get to see the X post I shared to you? I did not. I'm so sorry. I did not. Okay. I'll look for it while we are oh man. I'm sorry. All right, I'll look for it while we are go ahead and get started on it. I have to go to office in the morning as well, so new CO song. Okay, I'll look for it while this is going in. All right, y'all look at this freeze frame. Look at this Ewok freeze frame. Y'all ready? Put a one in the chat where you can see it and hear. Let's get to it. And I'm gonna speed this up because Candace, you talk too damn slow. Can't make this up. You gibbering on for nothing.
All right, you guys, I actually think it's appropriate to bring Kid Rock back, bring him on the stage right now because I loved his song with Sheryl Crow. It was a big hit. I put your picture away. That one, very relevant today because what's trending all over the internet right now is Picturegate. Who put that picture away? That's what they want to know. It refers to a picture of Erica and Charlie on their wedding day, which Charlie had in his home office. That suddenly went missing after his death. And I will tell you why the internet is on fire about that. Also, they did just go ahead and fire Carrie Prejean for standing up for Catholics down in Texas, Catholics and sensible people, because she refuses to worship Israel, which Catholics cannot do and moral people should not do. It's crazy, but ethno-supremacy does in fact go against the teaching of the church. Welcome back to Candace. Where to begin? I'd like to start with a special shout out to Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer this afternoon, our resident Zionist psychopath. She's amazing. After yesterday's episode, she took to X to demand that Erica Kirk sue me. Here is what she wrote. She said, "It is time for Mrs. Erica Kirk to sue Candace Owens. She has gone too far." How original, a Zionist threatening to sue. Ooh, that's so new. It feels so brand new. Hey, Laura, welcome to the Candace podcast. It sounds like you might be new here. What we've been doing these past 5 months is trying to figure out who killed Charlie Kirk. And while we have definitively uncovered a lot, that process has been somewhat delayed and complicated by the fact that we don't have access to Charlie's phone, Erica's phone, Dan Flood's phone, Mikey McCoy's phone logs, Frank Turek's phone. Were we actually granted by the power of the courts the right to subpoena all that information? I suspect we would have maybe solved this thing even before his memorial, before the quote unquote event of the century. So thank you. We welcome that opportunity, Laura. That is literally what we are doing here. That aside, something else that began trending last night, some internet sleuth, who I should have figured out who this was. Full credit to whoever that internet sleuth was. They detected an interesting difference in the Charlie Kirk home studio set. So he has his studio at home and a studio at the office. And at his home studio set, he has a wedding picture. And I'm going to explain to you why this wedding picture suddenly matters. So Charlie's last live appearance before he was assassinated was, from his home studio at least, was on September 8th. This is the date that I believe Erica was actually at Fort Huachuca. Well, despite having just arrived on a flight back from Tokyo shortly before midnight on the 7th, Charlie Kirk was awake and he did 1 hour of the Charlie Kirk show on the 8th from his studio, where he recapped what he loved about Korea and Tokyo. And in the background, you can see that Charlie has a wedding photo. Okay, this is the morning of September 8th, just to put that in your mind really quickly. Here is that wedding photo behind him, which you can see. And I also think that that's available on both of their Instagram accounts. Okay. On September 9th, he went into the office. And by September 10th, midday about, he was assassinated. We are told that following that tragic ending, Erica could not even, or didn't want to move any of his items out of their place in their bedroom, bathroom. That's what she told the New York Times a few days later when she welcomed them into that apartment, the one that you're seeing there. Well, Then, fast forward to December 12th, and as a part of her Shabbat Shalom PR Blitz, she conducted her very first interview from Charlie's home office. She gave that interview to Glenn Beck. And during that interview, she was playing the part, as you are about to see, of this is my first time back in his office. And she keeps looking down and she says, sorry, I'm looking down. I'm just looking at all of these things that Charlie left over on his desk. The obvious insinuation to the public being that she had not yet traversed into that space. She had not gone through the things. She had not seen the last things that he wrote on the notepad. And yet, curiously, that wedding photo is missing. Okay, the internet was correct to call that out. Take a listen to what she tells Glenn Beck.
I'm actually sitting in his office. This is his home office, and I have not been in here for a very long time. And I've just been, that's part of the reason why I keep looking down. It's not because I'm not wanting to look at you. It's because like there are so many treasures in here. Like for instance, like this piece of paper, he wrote on everything. He has papers everywhere. This says, it's the priorities. It says family, children, legacy, kids number one, versus careerism, consumerism, and loneliness. It's interesting. I don't know. I could spend hours in this at this desk, but what my point is with little things like that is that he would sit here on Sundays writing, using his journal, like going through all these drawers, and he was preparing for the week ahead.
You hear her say that she'd not been in there in a long time. So the internet was correct to spot that.
George must be slipping.
This really is your first time in his office, the first time looking down at his desk. Who moves the frame behind his head? No person in their right mind would go into the home of a grieving widow and move a photo of her and her husband from their wedding day without explicit permission. So what actually happened there? We have a couple of options. Let's go through them. Option A, which I just want to say is my favorite option always. Andrew Colvett went rogue. Andrew Colvett went rogue. He was over there. And next thing you knew, he was fumbling and bumbling in the office. And he was like, and this wedding picture is coming with me for no reason. I might even tweet about it. He just can't help himself, Andrew Colvett. He's out of control. He's raging through Charlie's belongings. That's one of the options. Then there's an option B, which was the internet's immediate reaction. They said, Erica removed it. Why would she remove it? Erica is evil. Why would she do this thing? But I would like to push back on that notion. I do not accept that option at all. I definitively do not believe that is what happened, because that would be the exact opposite of the very intentional PR messaging that has come out of Turning Point USA since Charlie died. At every waking moment, even when Charlie was lying in his casket, they were ever intentional. They wanted the public to recognize that Erica was Charlie's husband. Erica's husband was gone. It's Erica and Charlie. Erica, she even intentionally used phrases like my Charlie in her initial speech, which was written in large part by Blake Neff, by the way, I'm told. Plus, in subsequent fundraising letters and emails, they wanted the public to know that it was, quote unquote, my Charlie, to remind them over and over again, that's her husband, that's her husband. The intention was to lay, of course, the emotional groundwork for the sudden transfer of power. Huh? The idea being, she's actually half of Charlie, so nobody should question anything. Charlie thought she was great, and you should think she's great. Nobody should be thinking or asking a question whether or not she's qualified to be CEO and chairman. What's my point I'm making? No, Erica is not the person that moved that picture. In fact, it would be much more likely that Stacey Sheridan would have added that picture to the background. They would have said, okay, we're in his office. What are we going to do? Oh, let's put up some stuff behind to remind people that this is her Charlie and how happy they were and how in love they were. So that really only leaves us with one other option. And that option would be that Charlie himself moved the frame. And he would have had to do this on the 9th, the day before his assassination. And what would have happened thereafter is Erica simply didn't realize it. It's actually, if you think about it, a rather minor detail, and they certainly would have been completely consumed with everything that was going on. They would not have been focusing on whether or not the background matched when she first sat down at that desk in the wake of his death. Not even the internet sleuths recognized it. We've been spending hours on this, and we did not recognize it until now. About 6 months on, people are going, wait, this is a minor detail that feels kind of major. So that is the option I think most likely happened. It was a genuine oversight. And guess what, guys? Our toddler clues with my dog Lou beginning to add up. Okay, let's start with that as our very first clue, which is, of course, Erica sitting at Charlie's desk without the wedding photo in the background. Okay, there's our clue right there. Could it mean? Let's keep going. Certainly an odd redesign, but without more clues, we can't put together the picture. It's just not how this game works. But there are more clues. There's always more clues in every episode. Because
Candace, when you gonna post up your 2 degrees on the back of your wall behind you? When is that gonna happen? Because you said you had 2 degrees in journalism and in English. You would think anyone that professes to have a degree and they do nothing else for a living. It's not like you have an actual real job. you would think you would want to post up those degrees so that your cult can actually believe that you know what journalism is. Or you've taken a class dealing with English, let alone have a degree in it. Would that be a bachelor's of science or a bachelor's of arts, Candace? I'm just curious if you know the difference. If you have a degree in journalism and English, would that fall under a bachelor's of arts or a bachelor's of science degree? Let me know, Candace. We'll give you time to Google that because we all know you don't have it to be able to say outright. You can't make this up. Why is she talking about this photo? You hear her say she wants to try to figure out what happened with Charlie Kirk's assassination. Candace, if you give us your alibi, you and George Farmer, Boys Club, you two give us your alibi, we can definitely make sense of what happened on September 10th of 25. Period. Give us your alibi. Tell us where you were. Because, we all believe you had something to do with it. It's that simple. Because we're just asking questions. Can't make this up. She's still asking the same question over and over again. We covered this yesterday, y'all. This is how you know she has nothing else to talk about. Candace, this is proof you have no talent or a shred of intellect. So reading some information, following a story, doing an investigation, or no, an actual interview to come up with your own journalistic piece is so complicated for you that you're sitting here talking about having a third eye, astral projection, and speaking to the dead in a vision. You understand what that means? You're incapable of creating content on your own. So these are the tactics that you resort to. Demonic nonsense and witchcraft. Oh, and you're a cult leader. You can't make this up. This is what we are, people. This is the zenith of Candace's, aka Cadence's career. Cadence, these nicknames are brought to you by your own cult members that refuse to do spell check in my chat. Y'all, we got a Cadence, a Candace, Seed of Chucky, the Ewok, the White Walker, the dumbass alien, Demon Seed. That was a pretty good one right there. Seems to be befitting even more now since she's going straight into this witchcraft nonsense head first. We'll just call you Demon Seed for the rest of the week. So let's look at Demon Seed in this velvet jacket that I'm sure cost her probably $2,000 or $3,000 good dollars. Talk about somebody's wedding photo being absent behind them. That could have just been a green screen. Who knew? What if that's a green screen? What if it's one of her many offices? You can't make this up. What if she's in a totally different office? Is she supposed to have the same photo in every office now? What if she moved that photo and put it in her bedroom? We got so many what ifs we can ask. You can't make this up. She's going in over a photo. She's throwing a tantrum over someone else's wedding photo. I want you all to hear me and understand that. Let that sink in for a minute. Demon Seed is having a full-blown tantrum over someone else's wedding photo. Make that make sense? Candace, he rejected you, Demon Seed, on every level. Charlie Kirk would have never married you in 1,000 lifetimes. You can astral project from now until Kingdom Come over the next 1,000 years. And Charlie Kirk will still vehemently reject you and deny you each and every time. I think he'll find his way to Erica Kirk in any lifetime on Earth. I'm just saying, y'all let me know. Let me know. Would Charlie Kirk marry Erica Kirk in any lifetime? Candace, either way, it still wouldn't be you. You should be so proud. The only person that is sitting here on national television with the platform that you have, brooding and sulking over the concept that you got dumped years ago by someone who's now deceased and had moved on got married, and had 2 kids. Built up a company, a nonprofit organization. And he still managed to find time to tell you to kick rocks and kiss his ass. You can't make this.
Then when we get into, and we go backward and we pay attention to things that Erica told us,
She used to be so proud.
we begin to re-examine what I now deem to be an objectively unintelligible story about how Charlie was so excited for the tour, despite the fact that he speaks at college campuses virtually every week. But he was so excited specifically for this event that he couldn't sleep, and also something about his daughter being in bed, and he had to go have a good night's sleep.
I got the video.
I want you to listen to this now with new ears in retrospect. And if you see a clue, I want you guys to shout at the screen. Say, a clue, a clue. Let's listen.
Yeah, no, because she can hear us in the screens, you know. Candace, you dumb heifer. I know you watching Demon Seed. I know you watching. Why are you sitting here harping on Blue's Clues? He's done nothing wrong. I don't think Blue's Clues would want to have any affiliation with you. You're ruining childhoods all over America because you're trying to weaponize Blue's Clues to prove no point at all over someone who's deceased. How does this get us any closer? You telling us who you think the shooter is? Because so far, we can all assume that it's George Farmer. I mean, you know, he has something to gain out of this too. Perhaps you want him to be the CEO since you couldn't marry the CEO, the true CEO. Then you'll just put, you know, the boys club that's trapped in the closet in that position. It's never going to happen, Candace. Demon Seed. Why don't you just tell George to go back to UK? Leave him alone. And go be in peace. And then you can go back to your planet and start your own colony from there and be the cult leader and the queen of your planet. All this is going to lead to nothing. No one's going to get arrested. No one's going to jail. Nothing's going to happen to anyone because of Demon Seed's nonsense and her rhetoric on her platform. Nothing is going to happen. The FBI, mind you, already gave Demon Seed their ass to kiss when she lied about the French coming after her with no receipts or evidence at all, refused to file a formal complaint with the FBI while she lied about somebody trying to assassinate her. This is how desperate Demon Seed is to try to be on equal footing with Charlie Kirk. Make that make sense? Whatever happened to that high-ranking French government employee that told you, Demon Seed, that there was some payments or transactions going through Club de Sang for your assassination? Whatever happened to that evidence? I thought she told the cult members over there in France that you all were supposed to get to work. She commanded you all find that evidence for her that doesn't exist. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, man. Candace. Cadence. If nothing else, we'll make sure that Casper the Friendly Ghost haunts you in your sleep. Y'all know that Candace still pee-pees in the bed.
For him, that night, he was so excited. I mean, he just was like, I can't wait. It's going to be the best. And he got up around 2:45, 3-ish to go into the kitchen to grab a snack. And our daughter had woke up around that same time. We live in a small space. You can kind of feel when everyone's kind of shuffling around. And so she came to our room and she stayed in our bed.
This is gross.
And he always loved when Gigi slept in our bed because she's, you know, little ones, they like curl up inside of you and like they're just nuzzled in. And
just coming up with stuff.
You also know that it can be very acrobatic when a 3-year-old is in your bed and somehow their feet end up on your face. So I said, I want you to have a good night's sleep. Go ahead and sleep in her room. And I'll turn the air down so it's nice and cozy in there. And I just want you to get a good night's sleep so you can be amazing tomorrow. And so Gigi and I stayed in our room. And that morning he woke up super early and he came into our bedroom, into the bathroom, because that's where his wedding ring was and his necklace. And he came in and he grabbed that. And then he left. I didn't even get to give him a kiss goodbye.
Oh, what's that in the chat? People are saying a clue. A clue. Did you guys see clues? Oh, okay. Well, let me revisit that. Let me actually reiterate what Erica is saying happened the night before because it doesn't make any sense. She says Charlie was so excited, and then she quotes. He was like, I can't wait. It's going to be the best. End quote. It's a quotation from Charlie. I can't wait. It's going to be the best. Okay. Can I ask why? Why was UVU going to be the best? Has Charlie never been to UVU before? No, he has actually. He's been with me. I've done UVU with him. I honestly have done a lot of college events. I've never seen this level of excitement to go sit down with a bunch of teenagers, mostly who are overcoddled.
She said, no, it was me, as if she's trying to compare. Demon Seed, this is not a competition. We don't care that Charlie Kirk did anything with you. What is that? How does that get us any closer to you saying who pulled the trigger on the gun? With evidence and proof. I want to see video evidence and photos of whomever you're trying to allude to that pulled the trigger on the gun. Because right now, we could just pull up photos of George Farmer and just say it was him. I mean, we can all do this nonsense, Candace, as long as you can, Cadence. Anything you can do, we can do better, including reading and writing too. Can't make this up. Y'all, this is Blue's Clues. The children's show that she is single-handedly demolishing in real time. To all the children that enjoy Blue's Clues, on behalf of Demon Seed, I am so sorry. You will never ever be able to see this show the same way again. You're single-handedly ruining Blue's Clues. Somebody said Ness is going to be Dora the Explorer. Week after that, she might hit up Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. Then after that, it'll definitely be The Lion King. It has to be Simba from The Lion King. Then after that, all of Marvel, because she's already hit up the X-Men and, mutants and stuff. So X-Men is definitely going to be in that lineup. Please don't let it be X-Men 97. I love that show. Can't make this up.
By their parents and who are going to be shouting all sorts of questions like you.
Candace,
it was going to be the best. We already did it. Why was it going to be better? I feel offended. I thought we had a good experience up at UVU. Certainly wouldn't have described it as the best and wouldn't be on the brink of my seat looking to go back, itching to go back to UVU.
Yeah, because that yeast infection.
I just would like to ask why. She then says that
she said she would be on the edge of her seat itching to go back. Candace, you opening up that punchline for me right there. You just opened up that pathway for me to just come on in and gut punch. Go ahead and repeat yourself, Demon C. What you say?
Me. I've done UVU with him. I honestly have done a lot of college events. I've never seen this level of excitement to go sit down with a bunch of teenagers, mostly who are overcoddled by their parents and who are going to be shouting all sorts of questions like you. It was going to be the best. We already did it. Why was it going to be better? I feel offended. I thought we had a good.
Look how she just described this event with these college kids that are overcoddled by their parents. This is how she's describing college kids to which she did a tour with. All of the UVU students over there, you all should be offended at what Candace just said. Candace, the dumb White Walker alien. You all should be offended at how she just described all of you. She just called all of you overcoddled by your parents. Candace has a grudge against anyone that went to college. You know why? Because her dumbass dropped out of it, claiming that it was about money, as opposed to her just going back when she got some money. We have no evidence or proof that she's had 2 degrees at any point in her life here on earth. No proof of that. And now she's dogging out college kids, calling them overly coddled by their parents. Candace, why are you trying to say that they're spoiled? Do you really think that every kid that goes to college is overcoddled by their parent? Do you actually believe that? You have college kids that are working either part-time or even full-time jobs, or they're going to school and they have to join the military just to help bring down the cost of tuition. Let's not forget all the student loans. Yes, some of them are predatory. I have student loans still, but I didn't drop out. That doesn't mean that I was overly coddled. I was by no means spoiled. And I went to Spelman College. The HBCU, where everyone wants to assume that all of the students that go to Spelman College are snooty and stuck up. and think that they're high and mighty. That's the school I attended. And I have student loans between college and grad school. While this dumb alien from another planet thinks that everybody that goes to college are overcoddled by their parents, the entire campus of UVU should be pissed at hearing this, especially when you are having to pay your own way to go to school, especially when you have to go get student loans, especially when you rely on grant money from the state, whatever they offer. Here in Georgia, we have Pell Grant. We have Hope Scholarships here. Pell Grants is federal. So when you rely on Pell Grant and student loans to get you through school, just keep in mind that Demon Seed, the bride of Chucky, just said that you are overly coddled simply because you chose to go to school. Make that make sense? This is why I keep saying Candace wants to be the smartest person in the room. That means that her cult members have to be dumber than her. Because how dare you go to school? You're overly coddled. And these are the kids that she's sitting here bragging about reaching out to and having debate sessions. This is what she's pushing on college campuses. Why are you all in college? College is for overly coddled kids who are overly coddled by their parents. Don't go to school. Y'all should be getting trades and skills, something she didn't get either. So not only did she not finish college, she never went to trade school her damn self. Do you see the hypocrisy here? I hope UVU does many, many posts to revolt against this dumb white walker of an alien, calling any portion of humanity overly coddled by their parents because they chose to go to school. Never mind the kids that are struggling like hell. Never mind that.
Why was UVU going to be the best? Has Charlie never been to UVU before? No, he has actually. With me. I've done UVU with him. I honestly don't want a college events. I've never seen this level of excitement to go sit down with a bunch of teenagers, mostly who are overcoddled by their parents. And
look at that. Never been excited to sit down with a bunch of teenagers, mostly who are overcoddled by their parents. And they wonder, and she wonders why TPUSA fired her ass. Oh, you demon seed. Look at this freeze frame, y'all. Candace, Cadence, Amber, Owens, Farmer. You wonder why TPUSA said, hey, you want to violate a contract? We got something for you. I don't care if she quit or resigned. They didn't want you. I don't really give a damn. It makes no difference. I don't care if it's a resignation or termination. They told her to get the hell on. They didn't want her there. Look how she thinks when it comes to these college kids on these campuses, that she was touring, trying to talk about whatever, you know, because she doesn't know anything about globalism or anything like that. Don't ask her about that. Don't ask her what is globalism. She doesn't know. No. This is how she is seeing these kids on college campuses. All of them. All of them. Deep down, she doesn't care about none of them. You can't make this up. Charlie Kirk created an entire organization based on the aspect of touring college campuses, capturing the attention of young adults while they're able to go out. They're learning about the voting process, many of which are probably voting for the first time ever. And he's trying to, you know, teach them about conservative values and the Republican platform and all those things. And she's touring with TPUSA for 19 months. That's how long she worked there. Only 19 months, not 10 years, not even 3 years, 19 months. This demon seed only worked for TPUSA for 19 months and then wanted them to put her back on the payroll for a PR stunt. She hadn't even worked there long enough to be this damn important. And this is how she has seen these kids on these college campuses. And she wonders why they don't want to have anything to do with her. I keep saying Erica Kirk needs to get rid of that Blexit, whatever it's called now. Get rid of it. Sell it. Don't have anything connected to the Bride of Chucky under TPUSA. Get rid of it. And Candace, you don't fool me. You've always thought this about these kids on these college campuses because deep down you're jealous that you chose to drop out of college. You're mad and jealous because your parents could not afford to send you to school. But for some odd reason, you think you're the only one who had parents that couldn't afford to send them to school. It was your choice to drop out. You could have got student loans. You only had 1 year left and you drop out in your third year. Make that make sense? Did she not go to social media about anything and everything else? Whatever happened to that $30,000 she won as a judgment from high school? That settlement. You would think she would have used that wisely and then used that to help pay for her education. No, she'd rather have a vendetta and hold a grudge against anyone who went to school while she calls them over coddled by their parents. You know, spoiled brats.
Why? Why was UVU going to be the best?
You can't make
Has
this
Charlie never
up.
been to UVU before? No, he has actually. He's been with me. I've done UVU with him. I honestly have done a lot of college.
No,
I've
he's been with
never
you.
seen
Yeah.
this level of excitement to go sit down with a bunch of teenagers, mostly who are overcoddled by their parents and who
Mostly who are over coddled by their parents. Oh man, this is priceless. You can't make this up. This is priceless. It's the hypocrisy for me. It's the hypocrisy for me, Candace. You dumb alien. This was the entire motto for TPUSA. Touring college campuses. And this is how you view college students. These are a bunch of teenagers that are mostly who are overcoddled by their parents. Every college kid should be offended right now. Y'all tag UVU in this. Somebody post this over to UVU and say, are y'all good with this? Because Candace just called you all overcoddled by your parents. Y'all, so I'm gonna do I gotta do a snippet on this. Hold on. I gotta snip this. Oh, Candace. Cadence, you just look at it. Look at that freeze frame, y'all. You see the demon coming out of her? Her eyes rolling to the back of the head, sort of thing. Oh my God. Cadence, you are pure evil. You dumb seed of Chucky. You can't make this up. Want to sit down with a bunch of teenagers, mostly who are overcoddled by their parents. All of UVU should be offended. They should be putting up posts that says Candace, the dumb white walker, Amber Owens, is never welcome to our campus ever. You want to see us as overcoddled? Okay, you can collectively kiss our ass.
who are going to be shouting all sorts of questions like you. It was going to be the best. We already did it. Why was it going to be better? I feel offended. I thought we had a good experience up at UVU. Certainly wouldn't have described it as the best and wouldn't be on the brink of my seat looking to go back, itching to go back to UVU. So that's weird. I just would like to ask why. She then says that Charlie woke up for a snack at 2:45 in the morning. And apparently he was so loud, the apartment's small, and maybe it was excitement. Like, yeah, UVU. Yeah, I'm so excited. Who knows? Okay, we're not clear on that.
Are you mocking him?
The implication is that's what woke up her 3-year-old daughter at 2:45 in the morning. That's not when toddlers at the age of 3 wake up, okay? These are sleep-trained toddlers, okay? Gigi wakes up.
How do you know that? How do you know that? You can make this up. You can't dictate how her toddlers behave and their sleep pattern. Have we not seen a video? Listen, I gotta show this. Hold on. I want you all to see how sweet and endearing these kids are. And they're innocent, by the way. Candace, you should not even be mentioning their names. Leave her children out of your mouth, you dumb idiot. Why are you bringing the kids into this? But yeah, she's going to get mad and upset. The cult's going to be in an uproar if you bring her kids into this. What's Candace's kids' names? We start sitting here talking about anything and bring up her kids in it. She would be highly offended. Why are you bringing up the children into this? They have nothing to do with your vendetta. Kids are off limits. Does she not understand that ground rule? Candace, if you're going to be on our planet, you dumb alien, leave kids out of it. You already brought in her sick and ill mother. Now you bringing in her daughter? You bringing in her children? I don't care if they're potty trained or not. Those are not your kids. What in the entire hell is wrong with you other than you've lost your mind? Girl, if you don't blex it off of our planet, you can't make this up. I want you all to see this. I want you all to see. I want you all to see how sweet these kids are. Because you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Oh man, I thought I heard it all. Just when you thought you've heard it all. I'm going to play some more of this while this video loads because you can't make this up. She's bringing in the children into this for no damn reason. Did I see a comment where somebody said that Gigi, she lowered the photo for Gigi to reach it? Okay, Juju, what's going on, Juju? Hey, Mira, how you doing, honey? Jennifer, what's going on? I know, right? Wow. Candace is her own religion. Okay. Betty Freddy. She's now child care specialist. That's what I'm saying. Y'all, this is so crazy. The seed of Chucky is sitting here bringing in this man's kids into this. Can you make this make sense? Let me show y'all something. I want y'all to see this. These are Charlie Kirk's kids that Candace is bringing into her miserable world.
Yes, Jesus was me. Yes, Jesus was me. The Bible tells me so.
These are the two babies she bringing up. Demon Seed is bringing in these two babies right here. Y'all just heard their baby girl sing it to her brother, Jesus Loves Me. How could you dare bring up these kids into your vindication? You dumb seed of Chucky, Candace. These are the kids she's talking about. Do you not see these kids up? It's clearly their bedtime. And the baby woke up. And the daughter is soothing him back to sleep. And she's sitting here trying to say they shouldn't even be up anyway. Kids wake up in the middle of the night. It happens. Candace, I could make a comment and say just because your kids may or may not do this, but I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not bringing in your kids into this. Why are you doing this to these children? This has to be the lowest of the lowest of the lowest. Candace is right down there next to Lucifer in hell, bringing up these kids into this nonsense. All because of what? Her venom and angst against Erica Kirk because she couldn't be her. Now you want to sit here and try to say, hey, oh, this is how it should be in somebody else's household with somebody else's kids. You can't make this up. Hold on, let me see. Let me put it back up. Because I want you all to see how insane this is for her to bring these kids up. That video is on YouTube as well. It's on YouTube as well. This is so crazy. This is what she wants. This is what she wants to sit here and hopper on. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on. Because I want to put this in my watch list. Hold on. I thought I seen it all. Nope. Candace, you're a demon. You are pure evil. You're pure evil. You're pure evil.
Yes, Jesus was me. Yes, Jesus was me. The Bible tells me so.
She did this because the baby woke up in the middle of the night. I told you all, Charlie and Erica Kirk had cameras in their home. This is one of them. This is why I said when Erica Kirk sues the crap out of Cadence, the demonic alien from outer space, we're all hoping to return to Cinder one day. She will be able to prove exactly where she was on September 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and thereafter. Because there are cameras in their home. That gives video evidence with a date and time stamp. This is one of the cameras that's up in the kids' room. They have security cameras as well at the doors. And you think that it would be hard for Erica Kirk to prove what she was? This is why you don't respond to brainless demons from hell. This is why you don't start it. They have security camera footage in their own home to use as video evidence that will give a date and time stamp that shows them leaving and coming into their own home. They have cameras installed in the home. And this is one of them in the baby's room. The baby woke up. She got up and started singing to her brother. You tell me, how do you bring this kid up into this? They should be sleep trained toddlers. As if babies don't wake up. Just because Cadence is an alien and a dumbass who doesn't understand how toddlers work doesn't mean that toddlers do not wake up in the middle of the night. As a mother, it happens. Your kids might wake up in the middle of the night at 3, 4, 5 years old. It happens. Candace still pees in the bed. I mean, we're going to sit here and go in on that? Oh, my God. At least the baby girl doesn't wet the bed like Cadence still does. Can't make this up. Leave these kids alone, Cadence. Leave these kids alone. Is it not enough that you bringing her sick mother into this? Now you want to bring the kids into this. These are the kids that woke up in the middle of the night. That Cadence feels should never do that because that's not how babies work. Oh, okay.
What's up, 245, 3-year-old kid?
Oh, boy.
Who should be in the REM stage of sleep. Toddlers knock out. Maybe Gigi is a light sleeper. It's also just curious that they're all awake at 2:45 a.m.
Maybe. Curious? You're curious. They're both awake. They're both awake right here. They're awake. They're wide awake. Because this is the whole camera in the kids' room showing proof that they're awake. It's called receipts, Huffer. Receipts. I was going to call her the B word, but then, you know, I get some of you all don't like to hear the profanity. It is what it is over here in the Lady Luck Club. Because when you're bringing in innocent children into this, Candace, you've earned the word bitch. You've earned it today. When you're bringing in these kids into this that have nothing to do with any of this crap you're talking about, you deserve to be called a bitch today. You deserve it. Here's video evidence of the kids waking up. Make this make sense. You don't have to guess. This was a Google search. Let's not forget, Candace doesn't understand the definition of the word evidence either. Receipts, bitch. Out of here. These kids don't deserve this.
5 a.m. in the morning. I don't know what's going on. But the resolution, she's clear on. The resolution to this sort of pre-dawn fracas is that Gigi is going to sleep in Charlie's bed, and because she wanted him to be amazing.
You can't make this up.
And rested. Well, first off, you said it's 2:45, 3 a.m. I think, I feel like the train has already left the station in terms of being rested. I want to remind you guys, Charlie is then has a flight scheduled to leave at 6:30 a.m. So if you're up at 3, we can already say goodbye to the idea of feeling amazing for the next day's flight, which is at 6:30 a.m. And if
you can't make this up. You can't make this up. What does this indicate? Because guess what, Cadence, you dumb demon. Erica Kirk is still not going to jail. And these kids waking up in the middle of the night is still not a crime. It's not a crime. I thought you were trying to express what crime has been committed to warrant you saying that some American citizen in this country here on earth deserves to go to jail because reasons. What's illegal about this? I love these freeze frames, by the way. They're epic. What is illegal about these babies waking up in the middle of the night? Because Candace doesn't understand how babies work. You know, giving birth to yeast infection squids is not the same as having a whole human baby. But whatever. Like I said, I'm not bringing the children into it. Cadence, you don't understand how toddlers work. Does not imply that something was wrong. If nothing else, this video evidence proves that they have cameras in their house. So all of this crap you're talking is going to be obliterated with one video evidence with the date and timestamp to prove exactly where Erica Kirk was on September 8th, 9th, and the 10th. It'd be more than sufficient evidence in the court of law where she's going to sue the crap out of you. This is proof that they have cameras in their home. Proof right here. Make it make sense? Why are the kids coming into this? And I'm sure the dumbass cult leaders are just cheering this on. Yeah, talk about the daughter. She's a baby. I can't believe it. Dog them out. Shame on the kids for waking up. You can't make this up. These people thought this was a good idea today. Cadence, you are a demon.
And if you were really able to power down that quickly and power back up, you probably want to do that in your own bed. Usually people, when they go overseas or even just sleep in a different bed other than their own, there's a hotel locally for a long time, you just can't wait to get back in your own bed. I think that's generally speaking. You're like, yes, I'm back in my own bed. If I want a good night's sleep, I'm going to do that in my own bed, not in my toddler's bedroom.
Good night, Juju.
I'm going to assume that bed is not the same size as the size of their bed. But Erica, whatever, feels like it's an opportunity for him to feel amazing at 3 a.m. and to go into Gigi's bed. That's the best place to do that, or Gigi's room. Okay. While Gigi sleeps in her mother's bed. Just little swapsies there at 3 a.m. in the morning, totally casual. I'm starting to get a feeling that there might have been another reason that the daughter woke up, but stick with me. Maybe there.
Cadence is fixated on a wedding photo. She'll never ever tell you any of the questions that you're asking. She'll never be able to tell you that. You know why? Because she doesn't know anything. She'd rather sit here and fixate on why toddlers don't sleep all throughout the night. How did he feel amazing? That's what she wants to fixate on. She would rather talk about Erica Kirk's mother, who's ill and getting treatment for a disease, while doxing her medical condition to the internet, as if any of us needed to know that. Unless you're paying for Erica Kirk's medical bills, Why the hell do you need to know what her diagnosis is? That's a violation of HIPAA privacy. That woman had the right to keep her condition under wrap. Candace did not have to release that information. That does nothing for the general public. Unless you're going to pay her medical bills, you don't need to know what her diagnosis is. And now she's sitting here talking about why kids do not sleep throughout the night. Why does Candace still wet the bed and talk about having visions with dead people? All the other reasons why she's fixated on stupid crap, because she's not smart enough to actually do any research about anything regarding a camera. That's why.
There's noise, not from excitement, but maybe an argument. Maybe there was an argument. That would make more sense to me, especially when we add in how she concludes that portion by telling us that Charlie took off his wedding ring during that same night, which is why he, of course, then had to put it back on the next morning. And Erica says that he snuck in the next morning to put that wedding band on. I immediately clocked that. Even when that interview was live, I said, that's weird.
Oh, no, clocking the wedding band.
I know Charlie's the kind of person who could sleep with his boots on. Like this little ring. I don't know virtually any men. Truly, I don't know any. But obviously, I'm assuming there are. Maybe you've got a funky little band and maybe your hand's swollen with some, I don't know, that like meticulously take that little band off. Charlie doesn't strike me as that person who would do that. I said, that seems a little off.
It's funny how she can't say that with a blessed assurance, but she claims to be the best friend. This goes to show that she did not spend much time around him after he got married. I don't know anybody that would just keep the wedding band on 24/7 when they're at home. If there's a time where you need to take it off, take it off. It's a piece of jewelry. Since when was it required to keep on a piece of jewelry all day? You go home, you want to take a shower, cook. Maybe he does some laundry and he's about to do a load of whites. About to use some bleach. Pre-treat some clothes or something. He want to take the ring off so he don't get bleach on it. Who knows? Who cares? What does that have to do with anything that happened at the campus of UVU? What does that have to do with that? I don't care if he was not wearing it the day that he was at UVU. The wedding ring means nothing. It's just a symbol. You know, like that weird cross you got back here. That's a symbol for Catholicism or something. It's funny. I bring that symbol back there behind her on that table up. This cross thing back here. You guys have told me what this is a few times. And this artifact back here. Whatever that is too. And her cult members was like, why are you talking about that? Why is she talking about a piece of jewelry on another man's hand? Why the hell is this important? I know a lot of husbands that take their rings off. I know a lot of wives that take their rings off. It doesn't make them less married. It's just a symbol. It's a piece of jewelry. You can't make this up. Just because George is in the closet and he never wears his. Just because Boys Club did not wear his band 24/7, especially when Andrew Tate comes to town. You know, he takes that bad boy off in a minute. Does not mean that faithful, devoted, loving husbands do not take their rings off when they're at home, periodically. You don't get to dictate how people live in their own space. And when they choose to take off a piece of jewelry, you don't dictate that. I highly doubt that Erica Kirk takes a shower with her rings on. She takes them off at some point. It's just jewelry. Who cares? This is absurd. But she doesn't want to tell us where her degrees are. You know, because she said she had 2 of them. God. Okay.
I also want to add this
my
little
God.
tidbit. Erica is, as you're going to see, exceedingly uncomfortable discussing Charlie's final day. Fox News had to use a lot of cuts. A lot of, you can, now that I'm telling you that and you watch, you're going to go, oh yeah, they're cutting and kind of like putting her answer in a different place. Very obviously and poorly edited out entire portions when Jesse asks her a fairly simple question.
Exactly.
Tell me about the day before the shooting. That would be Charlie's last full day on Earth. Take a listen to how she responds.
Hit that like button, y'all.
Tell me about the day before the shooting.
He was at the office and we were going to meet for dinner beforehand.
with a dear friend of ours who I wanted to just be with us and pray with us before the event.
Exactly, Lisa.
It's no hidden secret
You can't
that
make this stuff
stuff
up.
on campus is heating up. You see people on campus coming on with guns prior to the event that happened with Charlie, the assassination with Charlie. And so I know that, you know, you and I even talked about how I used to say, you know, Charlie, have you ever thought about wearing a vest? He would nod to that and be like, you know, I've looked into it. But he'd always say, if they're going to get me, they're going to get me. He wasn't afraid. Wouldn't have mattered anyways if he wore a vest.
Erica's mom was dealing with a medical issue, so she stayed in Phoenix to care for her. She planned to join Charlie at the next scheduled Turning Point event at Colorado State just a few days later.
He was like, home needs you. Home needs you. Be home. Come with me on Thursday to the next event we have.
They just didn't. She doesn't want to address. I've looked everywhere. Well, like, I would like to know more about Charlie's last day. I can obviously put together what Frank said. I can put together what his schedule was, but that's not a question that she's comfortable answering. And by the way, that dear friend she's referencing, of course, we now know is a priest that came over to pray over Charlie and Erica's marriage the night before, is what I am told. Not Charlie being stressed over an article written by a leftist, which happens every 10 seconds in our world. I'm told. Let's now try to put these clues together, just to recap.
Candace, we already discussed this. When you're sitting here doing your sugar booger binges, we don't care about your imaginary friends. They're not real people. I thought we squared this away a long time ago. Your imaginary friends from your high binges on your sugar booger are not real. You're not giving us a name or showing us a photo. We don't care. Candace, the source so happened to look like this? Because I'm just curious. I'm just curious to know, how did this source look here? Was it this person here? Let me pull it up. Yeah. I have a feeling it might be this guy. Let's see who. Let's see. Candace, can you confirm? Can you confirm if this is your source or not? I'm just curious. Wait for it. Candace, is this your source? Is this your source? Because I heard through the grapevine. One of my sources told me. One of my sources told me. Candace. Cadence. Can you verify if this is your source? Because my source told me that he's not the only source that you see at night after you've hit that sugar booger. Okay. I heard it's like 12 of them at a time. And they all coming in reading from your tip line. And you're just sitting there with your sugar booger, cookies and milk, cheese, crackers, and grapes, and a glass of wine, and you're just giggling and laughing for hours at a time. That's what my source told me. Okay. Is this your source here? Because I don't know if we can trust this. I thought the sources were not supposed to do the drugs as well. Y'all, what the hell is in that cup? It's called the Grimace milkshake. Have y'all ever seen a milkshake look like this? Yeah. Oh, Grimace is sipping on that scissor. Yeah, this is Candace's most trusted source. He also told her about Fort Huachuca. Candace, I'll let you confirm if that's your source or not, because I know who mine are. My sources are well educated, very knowledgeable. And they told me that you see at least 12 sources at a time while you high on sugar booger. Oh my God. Can y'all imagine? That source comes in many shades of different colors too. It's a purple one, you got a blue one, a yellow one, a red one, a green one. Blues Clues. I mean, good grief. Don't make me pull Blues Clues up. Now, it's not the one on TV, y'all. Her Blues Clues is totally different. Her Blues Clues is not the one you expect on television. I can assure you of that. The Blues Clues that Candace is talking about here, that Candace is referring to. No, that's not the same one on TV. Now I'm gonna pull up a photo of the one she thinks about. I'm gonna pull up the one of the Blues Clues that she has a conversation with every night between the hours of 8:15 and 9:15 p.m. Utah time. Or Arizona time. Pick one. It's either Arizona time or Utah time. It just depends on when the high starts to kick in. Okay. Cadence, will you stop sniffing your kids' glue?
Recap. Okay, clue number 1. Charlie did not sleep in his own bed despite returning from a long trip to Asia. Number 2, Charlie's wedding ring was taken off. Number 3, Charlie removed, I think I'm saying this, I'll say allegedly, I think it was Charlie who removed his wedding photo from his home set. I think that's where he went into his office for a bit. Number 4, a priest came over to pray the night before. Again, when I take out my handy dandy notebook and I put a picture together using basic logic and not trying to look at all these different directions and all these possibilities, I know there's that one kid in the back of the class and you say, well, what do these clues tell you? And he raises his hand and he says, it tells me that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie. He acted alone on top of a rooftop. But that kid would be an idiot. Actually, that could be an idiot because the picture that is starting to emerge is that Charlie's last day consisted of a lot of arguments. Okay. Arguments over his shifting away from the pro-Israel position, him communicating to people that he was over it, that he did not want the money, him communicating to people that he wanted to bring me back to AmFest. He was very clear in telling people that on the 9th, the day before he died. And when I look at the fact that Charlie is, or Erica's able to account for what happened the night before, and she's kind of cagey and answering, and she's giving us more about how Gigi sleeps and moves in bed than she is about what Charlie was doing, other than getting a snack, I feel, and I could be wrong, that there was a knock 'em dead argument that happened. That's what makes logical sense to me. About what I don't know, that's what makes sense. Because they have not been honest in their portrayal about what the relationship was. And I will leave it at that. This like idea of this amazing godly relationship with that is not accurate, and it would not have been relevant if Erica had kept it honest throughout this entire process. But she's not. She's getting caught in a lot of lies. And when I go back and I revisit the way she tells the lies, I feel very strange about it. I feel weird watching these clips back. And I want you to see that. Lastly, I want to bring the Glenn Beck interview back up because hindsight, like I said, is 2020. And I want you to pay attention to how she lies. Now that we know this is a lie, it's crazy to watch how performative she is in trying to deliver the lie so that it's believable to the masses. Remember, Charlie messaged multiple people saying that he thought they were going to kill him the night before. I feel like it wasn't just a snack that he wanted. I think there was some anxiety. He discovered something and things weren't good. I don't think it was a peaceful night's sleep the night before. Well, Erica, at this moment when she is about giving this interview to Glenn Beck, remember this was the PR blitz, she's shutting that rumor down before she realizes that I know more information. Watch how she sells this lie. Take a listen.
I know the tour, that was the first stop of the tour. And I know you two had met with your priest the night before. And do you think Charlie knew to some degree and had made the conscious choice that I may be taken out early, not saying he knew that day, but that he had any inkling that this might come his way and that he intentionally chose to move forward with faith in God?
It's interesting because I have unbelievable amounts of death threats. My kids have kidnapping threats, death threats. Our whole team has death threats.
Yeah, because Cadence doesn't have a soul. This is why I go hard in on clowning Candace's ass relentlessly, and I sleep peacefully at night. It does not bother me. To the cult members, I don't care how you feel. I say that with everything I have in me. Because she's sitting here saying their relationship is not the godly end. And y'all, her demonic nonsense is coming. Y'all see this demon coming through her? Her skin has got to be itching and peeling, starting with that yeast infection. Because that demon is coming on out. I told you all months ago. Put a one in the chat if y'all remember me saying Candace wants Erica Kirk to go back and forth with her over social media. Put a one in the chat. Y'all remember me saying that? And how many times did I say Erica Kirk should not respond unless she does it through an attorney? Unless she has an attorney, she should not respond unless she has an attorney. Because the whole idea that Well, if we just talk to her and answer some questions, maybe she'll calm down and leave it alone. Hell no. What made Megan Kelly think that bragging about setting up a meeting or spearheading a meeting between a dumb demon and Erica Kirk was going to resolve anything that this dumb demon deep down on the inside had in her towards Erica Kirk? This is about jealousy and envy and venom. If Candace could get away with it, she probably would roll up on Erica Kirk's house and do something to her. Erica Kirk needs to get a protection order against Candace. Period. Candace is unraveling before our eyes. This demon is just piercing through that skin bit by bit every single episode. And I would not put it past her to just fully snap and end up trying to actually go and hurt Erica Kirk. I wouldn't put it past her at all. Nope. I'm saying it. I don't put it past Candace that she did something to Charlie Kirk, that she hated him, that she loathed him, that she was mad because he didn't pick her, that she has so much venom and angst and hate and animosity towards him. Naturally, she was going to have it against any woman he married. Not saying that Erica Kirk isn't special, but let's imagine if he had married anyone else. We will still be sitting here listening to the same dumb conversation from Candace, the White Walker. The seed of Chucky will still be saying the same nonsense if it were someone else. If it's not her, let's say Charlie Kirk married someone else. Pick anyone else. She will be doing the same thing. Her reaction would not be any different. Especially if he married someone that was not stunned Candace at all. It wouldn't be any different. Erica Kirk being more defiant by ignoring Candace, it boils her blood. Just like that bunny boiling in Basic Instinct. It makes her mad. It makes her so angry to know that Erica Kirk will not give her this attention, this PR show over social media in the court of public opinion. Yeah, let's duke it out, Erica Kirk. Let's go for it. I'm going to say the worst of the worst about you. I'm going to bring your mama into it. I'm going to bring your kids into it. I'm going to keep dragging your deceased husband into it. I'm going to sit here and make a mockery of his assassination, all because I want you to respond to me. That's what Candace is doing. And it could be anyone that Charlie Kirk chose to marry that decides to ignore the hell out of Candace Owens. Erica Kirk needs to get a protection order. Y'all know I have not missed the mark on this. I was the first one to say Candace was a cult leader. First one to say, and I'm never going to be apologetic for that. She's a cult leader. First one to say that Erica Kirk should only respond unless she has an attorney. First one to call Candace the coward that she is for not going out to Phoenix, where she could have faced her and TPUSA on national television. Now, but she settled for Erica Kirk flying to Tennessee with one other person because she knew she wouldn't be able to handle it going out there to TPUSA in Phoenix. And I'm saying it now. If Erica Kirk does not get a protection order against Candace Owens is going to snap and do something and not give two shits what happens. She's going to hurt and harm Erica Kirk. She doesn't care about her death threats. She doesn't care if the kids are getting kidnapping threats. Candace doesn't care about that. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. That's what Candace is. Do you think she would care if she had to take her life or she would have hurt and harm her? I don't put shit past Candace, and I don't owe her the benefit of the doubt either. Neither does Erica Kirk. So, Erica Kirk, you might want to go ahead and get a protection order in place. Because Candace has lost her damn mind. This dumb demon is bringing your kids into it. It was a no-no for her to bring your mama into it. Now she's crossed the line. And she's saying your marriage wasn't even what you portray it to be. It was not godly or Christian or nothing or loving, blah, blah, blah. She's one step away from getting her ass on a plane or getting behind the wheel of a car and completely snapping. Why should you give her the benefit of the damn doubt on that? You don't owe her shit. Get a protection order. I have not called it wrong yet. I've been on point every single time because situations like this is far too common. You have this jealous, envious woman mad at another woman because she couldn't get the man, she couldn't get the power, she couldn't get the money, she couldn't get the title. Jealous that these kids aren't her kids she has with Charlie Kirk. I don't give a damn what her cult thinks. Never did. But I do know Candace is very capable of hurting someone. Her previous charge of an harassment is evidence of that. When you have a history of being charged with harassment and nothing happened to you at all, what was the legal consequence of this charge that Candace caught at 17 years old in high school? What was the consequence of that charge? Tell me that. What was the consequence of it? Candace was charged with harassment. Let's go to case law and precedence here. She's already caught a charge before she was even 18 and old enough to vote for harassment. She's obsessive. She said it several times. She is obsessed with Erica Kirk, obsessed with Charlie Kirk's assassination. She's obsessed with it. And she continuously attacks this woman on every level. You don't think that Erica Kirk should get a protection order? Erica Kirk, you got to stop playing with her. Stop playing with Candace Owens. Get a protection order in place. Because then if this heifer tries anything, then you can have her locked the hell up. I done called it before and I'm going to keep calling it. I done said it. Candace has a history of this, and she's been charged with harassment previously. That's nothing new to her. She just doesn't have a regard for the rule of law. Candace thinks she's above the rule of law. She doesn't like going to court. That's her Achilles heel. So take her there. Sue her ass and get a protection order in the process. And stop playing with this nonsense. You got kids, Erica Kirk. And this heifer is not bringing your children into this. I don't put it past Candace to not hurt or harm Erica Kirk and those babies. I will do a whole live stream if I have to on similar cases where the jealous ex or the other woman or the woman that wanted to be with the man not only took the life of the wife, but the kids as well and the damn dog. There's precedence for that. I haven't called it wrong. Erica Kirk needs to get a protection order against this dumb demon. And be done with it. You don't owe her a damn thing. And if Megan Kelly wants to get mad, tell her to kick rocks. Former litigator my ass. Tell her to kick rocks. You better do what you got to do to protect yourself, Erica Kirk. Stop playing with this dumbass demon. Candace doesn't care that you and your children are getting kidnapping threats and death threats. She don't give a damn. So why should you care about getting a protection order against her? Now y'all can tag and tweet that out.
we knew that there was always going to be a threat, but Charlie and I we promised each other we would never live in fear. And he would say, if they're going to get me, they're going to get me. But he was not messaging people the day before saying, I'm going to be murdered. They're coming after me. Someone's going to kill me. He didn't say that. And I have his cell phone. Didn't say that. And so what I do know is that we believe in the power of prayer. And what I do know is that we believe in our sovereign God. And what I do know is that that night before, we did what we usually did before tours. We said our prayer and we asked the Lord to protect us. And we asked the Lord that his will be done. That's what we did.
All I'm saying is it hits different in retrospect. She's selling that. I have his phone.
She don't have to sell it. Neither do I. I don't give a damn if you think that Candace is doing. I don't care what anyone thinks about what you all might think she's impersonating an investigator and doing. Erica Kirk doesn't owe her a damn thing. She don't owe anybody anything. She don't owe her dumb coat anything. She owes no one nothing. But Erica Kirk, you're going to have to get a protection order against Candace. You're going to have to. I fear something haney is coming out of this girl. I haven't missed it. This is why I kept saying Erica Kirk gonna respond to her. She better do it with an attorney. Period. No one's going to change my mind on that. This historical precedent is just far too great. Her pattern of behavior, her previous criminal history with being charged with harassment, far too great for Erica Kirk to not get a protection order at this point. This is beyond disturbing. You're bringing the kids into this. And honestly, the kids are what matters the most to me here. Candace doesn't need to bring her children up. But yeah, she speaks as if she understands their sleep cycle. Like she knows when they're supposed to be taking a nap. Obviously, Candace is stalking this woman. Who sits here and talks about Egyptian planes following somebody? And then you're trying to follow the plots of this so-called plane. That's stalking. Candace is the one stalking her. Get a protection order, Erica Kirk. You don't owe her nothing else. And if she goes beyond that, you want to still sue her, tell you'll see in court. That's it. You have nothing aside from your life and liberty and your kids. I mean, honestly, you owe her nothing. Get a protection order. Stop playing around with this.
He never said it. It was chill. Everyone was chilling. Me, the priest, Charlie wasn't going Catholic, but we just like a chill priest. Everyone was chilling. It was great. And I have his phone. So, haters, wrong. That's acting. That is acting. And we're told, it's because he had messaging app. Not true. Dan Flood messaged on iMessage. So who deleted it? If it wasn't Erica, maybe she really is being taken by a ride by everyone around her. But the messaging has been that's not possible. Remember? That's simply not possible. There's no way that any CEO could be surrounded by snakes. But if she is being taken by a ride, she would by now be very aware of that. So I don't really excuse that. Did somebody else delete the messages? Did Cash Patel come in and delete the messages? Maybe. I don't know. I think it's very strange that she was even allowed to have the phone back so quickly or at all. I don't think they ever even seized the phone, if I remember correctly.
Erica Kirk needs to get a protection order.
But I would sure be interested in finding out what's in that telephone.
You can't make this up.
So,
no.
Your move, Laura Loomer and Zionists. We are going to be right back.
No. There's no moves because they don't owe you shit, Candace. They don't owe you a damn thing. They owe you nothing. They don't have to make a move. They don't have to do anything but ignore you and get protection orders and restraint orders against you. That's it. And sue you. That's it. Sue you and get TPOs against you. That's it. They don't owe you a response. Stop duking this out in the court of public opinion. If you don't care what her cult members think, that's all you're doing at this point. You're appeasing them. Ignore her ass and go get a TPO against her and sue her ass and be done with it. Stop playing games with her. Laura Loomer, you know not to go there with her. It will never end. She'll drag this thing out on social media until eternity because this is views for her. This is what her cult thinks is entertaining. This is what they believe to be an investigation, even though she's not an investigator. She doesn't even ask questions at this point. She just throws out baseless allegations. While still asking what happened to Charlie Kirk. You're supposed to be answering that question. Your research is supposed to be answering that question. But since she's incompetent, she can't read worth a damn, or knows the difference between the letter N and the number 9, Erica Kirk needs to get a TPO and sue her and be done with it. That's it. Her cult has already proven that the only thing they understand is how to commit cybercrimes, to harass, defame, and dox. They don't know nothing else. They don't care. So why should anyone give a damn about them? You're not sparing them from anything. Get a TPO against Candace. This is crazy as hell. I've never seen this in real time. Never thought I would be able to see this in real time, to issue a real warning here to someone to help spare them from whatever rat that's coming out of Candace. This is insane.
Here's my thing. I understand the MAGA party is over. It got infiltrated by a bunch of losers. But why must we be forced to watch it bleed out slowly? This feels like it's just a humiliation ritual at this point. Even the way that Bibi Netanyahu shows up, I don't know if you saw yesterday, like a motorcade, bigger and longer and more secure than President Trump's when he travels. I feel like he just does that because you got to imagine being Bibi Netanyahu, right? He can do whatever he wants and nobody will check him. Like he goes around telling presidents what they're going to do, how many people have to die, who he's going to assassinate, and people just take it. And so it must be so boring for him. And in order for him...
I agree with this right here. I'm beginning to think that Charlie Kirk slept with Owens before getting married to his wife, and this made her bitter and she will not let go. She was actually stalking this woman. I agree. I agree. Even if they didn't have physical intercourse or mentally and emotionally, he messed her up. He messed her up. He had Candace thinking that she was his so-called, right-hand woman or something. He let her get too comfortable for comfort. Even if they didn't have actual intercourse, he had her mentally and emotionally feeling as if she was the wife for 19 months. You can't make this up. Not even 2 full years. 2 full years is 24 months. Candace only worked with TPUSA for 19 months. And this is the venom you get out of somebody that only worked there for 19 months, but is more obsessed than anything else. While she refers to college kids as overly coddled by their parents. But that was your target audience. You're mad because you couldn't be reunited with him on the stage for what? For you to go to these college campuses and sit here and call these kids a bunch of teenagers who are over coddled by their parents. You think these colleges will want you to come to their campus? And that's how you think of college kids? Why even be bothered with them? Same question I asked when she was sitting here talking about, TPUSA should put me on their payroll for their PR. For what? Why should they give you any of their money? Pay you to do what? To sit here and to set yourself up for me to have to say that Erica Kirk needs to get a TPO against you? Now you bringing in her kids into this? That's the worst thing you did, Candace. You dumb demon. I told you I listen, I say exactly what I need to say here. I'm the queen of YouTube. This is my platform. The cult member's gonna be mad. Y'all gonna pout today. Y'all gonna be mad and pout like hell today. I don't care. Erica Kirk needs to get a protection order against Candace Owens. This dumb demon has lost her mind. She already lost her mind. But she's smelling and sounding more and more and more like a threat. And because she has a history of being actually charged with harassment, don't put anything past her. You owe her nothing. And Megyn Kelly can kiss my ass. Don't let her influence you. Oh, nothing's wrong. She's just asking questions. Get the fuck out of here. Her cowardly ass can't even say anything to Candace. Tell her to calm the F down. Why you bringing up her mama? Nothing. So don't give a damn about her thoughts and opinions when you're ready to file a petition for a protection order, Erica Kirk. As a matter of fact, Megyn Kelly call you, hang up on her ass. Can't make this up.
To feel any pleasure, he must only derive it from other people's pain. You know what I mean? There's something sadistic about the entire thing. Watching what he's doing to Trump pulling out his chair, giving him this huge motorcade to come in, helicopter above. Nobody comes in like this. That's how Bibi Netanyahu comes in. And Trump, if you would think that he could be like, hey, I'm going to defend speech in America. Man. That's it. This is the last relic of what MAGA is, and he's doing the exact opposite.
Yeah,
So
she
President
attacked
Donald Trump has
MAGA.
this White House Religious Liberty Commission. And of course, they were doing a hearing on anti-Semitism because that's what's happening. That's the only thing that could be happening. It's not like, the mass murder of hundreds of thousands of children that people are upset about. It's just because the Jews are doing it, if you believe them. And Carrie Prejean Bowler stood up and she said, "This is unacceptable. This hearing is unacceptable." And
This
I'm
is
not okay with any of
insane.
this. And what is the actual definition of anti-Semitism? Because it just seems like it's everything these days. And in case you need to rewind, you should go back and watch. She made a lot of amazing remarks. But here is effectively what she said, I think on behalf of all of us, regarding why everything seems to be anti-Semitism, even when it so clearly is not. And really what is happening is we're being forced to support the state of Israel's demonic goals. Take a listen.
So,
Just to be clear, is
thank you,
anti-Zionism
American
anti-Semitism?
yes.
It is under IHRA.
Rabbi, you're up next.
You're not
That
sure.
definition,
So
but
what is the
I would
definition?
love to speak to that. Undoubtedly, anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism, and undoubtedly, and one does not have to support the specific policies of the government of Israel, but to not support the right of Israel to exist, which is what anti-Zionists do, while not taking that same stand to the 28 Muslim countries and 13 Christian countries in this world, is a double standard, is hypocrisy, and is absolutely anti-Semitism.
I think it's also important that we not make Islamophobic remarks while we're here today. I would appreciate that.
I just want to
Since this
say,
is a religious liberty hearing.
God forbid, was anything.
What did he say that it was Islamophobic? I'm sorry. How many Catholic priests do we need to pull up that have a history of essaying little boys and little girls? That's been going on for centuries in the Catholic Church. How many cases do you want? Cadence, you dumb White Walker. How many cases do you really want of these Catholic priests essaying little boys and little girls? How many you want? How many Catholic priests does Candace know that have a history of essaying little boys and little girls? I'm curious. How many are Candace and George Farmer connected to? They have their own little PDF ring where they sit here and essay children. They've been doing this for centuries in the Catholic Church. I'm sure if people were to look just a little bit deep into the Catholic Church that Candace attends, you might find some bad history on Catholic priests that were there in that church. Because they're infamous for doing stuff like that, right? And she wants to ignore that. Candace wants to ignore the hundreds to thousands of Catholic priests that have essayed children for centuries, that the Catholic Church has swept under the rug. Candace, you want to go there? Because, many people will start putting out information on all the Catholic priests that have been out here essaying and abusing children for centuries. And the Catholic Church turned their heads away and did nothing. For some reason, you're illiterate when it comes to that information. You don't want to bring that up, Candace? That's okay. We'll do it for you.
Thing like that said, but if the Jewish people are the only people that you deny the right to have its own state, that is absolutely a double standard, hypocrisy, and anti-Semitism.
Well, as you know, I'm a Catholic, and
This is
Catholics do not
crazy.
embrace Zionism, just so you know. So are all Catholics anti-Semites, according to you?
As I said, anti-Zionism, by denying the right of the Jews to have their own state while not saying the same for any other peoples, that is a double standard, hypocrisy, and anti-Semitism.
So this is just a very bad talking point. And I used to say this when I was under the Zionist demonic spell. This idea that why can't they have their own state? Do you know that's actually not an inherent right? You actually don't have a right to say that I have a political philosophy and it's called Zionism. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that it's a race of people have a right to mass murder people who have been on this land for thousands of years, to take it, to hostilely take over their homes, not pay them. We're just going to murder you, take your home at gunpoint because Jews, of which many are Zionists, well, we don't have any other countries to ourselves. Having a country to yourself is actually not a human right. A human right is, having access to drinking water, having, being able to live in a home that is yours without having somebody forcefully take it at gunpoint and murder your offspring. And what they're basically saying is they're allowed to violate human rights because they've established a new one, that they have a right to a state. That's it. So what I'm going to do, I love this. I love what you're doing. I love it. I think it's great. I'm going to just start my own religion. It's going to be called Candacism.
You
and
can't
what it
make this
means
up.
is that anybody who is a Candacist, if you deny the right for us to exist, we want all of Israel. We want it all.
Do you not already exist? It's called candy ass cult members. You can't be kidding me. No. Oh, wait a minute. Candace, you have a whole cult. What? This is priceless. So far, Christ is not king in her world. You want to see it say you're going to start your own religion as if you're a god? That's not showing that Christ is king. Nope. Are you kidding me? She putting herself on this level to where people should be worshiping her as a deity. Starting your own religion. So they're going to be going to the church of candyism as if candy ass cult members is not catchy enough. You can't make this up. Oh, Candace. Oh, man. We don't even have to worry about blexiting your ass off of our planet. God is going to take care of that real quick. You know, we serve a jealous God. He's a very jealous God. He doesn't like all this nonsense that you're talking about here because you're trying to put yourself on a level where you don't belong next to God himself. Now you want to turn yourself into a religion. Is it? Doesn't the Bible refer to that as blasphemy? You know, more terms that her cult can't define or spell. I guarantee you the candy ass cult members cannot define the word blasphemy or spell it. They barely can spell Candace correctly. Demon Seed, your cult members mispronounce and misspell your name in my chat every damn day. Every time I go live. It went from Candice, Candice, to now Cadence, Cadence. They misspell your name. This is priceless. And now she wants to be her own religion. Didn't we almost hear it all? I've heard it all. No. You got a narcissist who's already a cult leader that now wants to be a whole religion unto herself, as if she's God, while she ignores the fact that Catholic priests are known to have Essex children, and she's not trying to tackle those rings at all. She's not even going over the subject of Catholic priests messing with kids for centuries in the Catholic Church. Oh, no. That would be too much like right for Candace to talk about that. Cadence. The seed of Chucky is oblivious to Catholic priests doing harmful things to kids. Let's not forget the fact that you had Catholicism at a point where they were also slaughtering people. You can't make this up. But yet and still, oh no, it's the Jews. Never mind those Catholic priests, many of which should be in prison. And some of which she could be cozied up to, her and George Farmer, while he's hiding in the closet. You can't make this up. Now she wants to turn herself into a religion. Cadence. Girl, Demon Seed. Oh my God, y'all. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Erica Kirk's even the more. Now you need to get a protection order even the more. Because see, here's more signs that someone is a cult leader. They compare themselves to God, or they believe that they are God themselves. And as opposed to you worshiping God, because how dare you? In her world, you're worshiping her. You really think this girl would start a religion where they still sit here and focus on Jesus Christ? No. They're going to worship her like her cult members are already doing. You already have a cult, Candace. You being your own religion, what's the difference? You can't make this up. God has a way of showing you who's God. Erica Kirk, get that protection order. This demon thinks that she should be a whole religion now because she believes that she's a deity. Her narcissism will not allow her to think that she dwells among humanity. What do you expect from an alien that crash landed on our planet? Of course, she thinks that she's a god. This is the same person who wants to be the smartest person in the room. So please understand and remember, her cult members have to be dumber than her in order for her to feel special. You demon seed, I know you're listening. You comparing yourself to any god where you feel you should be your own religion. And you really think that something like that, man, look, we already got to deal with the cult of Candace. Now you want the church of Candace. And let's not forget the time she says she wants to be dictator of the United States of America. Girl, if you don't get your ass up out of our country and go start your own, why is it so wrong for them to just go out into another continent, go to Greenland, go buy some land from whomever it, already has ownership of it, and start your own commune, your own community in another country, on another piece of soil on earth. Just get off of U.S. soil. What makes her any different from a Scientologist at this point? Candace, you might as well become a Scientologist. It's also a cult. They too believe that there are many gods walking the earth. I'm so glad we're going over the Scientology series. Now you all understand why I have put so much effort into exploring these cults. Because what you're seeing is this cult leader manifesting itself in real time. This is the same ideology of Scientology. They literally think that they themselves are many gods. And somehow an audit that costs thousands of dollars purges them of their sins. You can't make this up. She's like 2 seconds away from coming out saying, you know what? I'm like Scientology now. I'm in the code of Scientology, whatever. You can't make this up.
And I'm sorry, well, why do Muslims have their own state? Why do Christians have their own state? We don't. You're just saying this is a Muslim majority country and this is a Christian majority country. And you're saying that means we have our own state. We actually don't. You're surviving off of welfare. You can't defend yourself. You're literally a welfare state in the Middle East that also is filled with a bunch of mass murderers. It's being run by the Likud party. And effectively what that is just a team of mass murderers. That's what's happening. And you're trying to now put this into the Bible, that you have a right to do this, that you have a right to kill and slaughter children and rape people, which they've been caught doing on camera.
Why are you saying that word, girl? Damn you on this damn YouTube channel. What's wrong with you? Good grief. Oh. Y'all, YouTube flags certain terms. Because she doesn't have the common sense God gave a billy goat, a demonic one. Of course she says it. How many times does she say this word so I can just fast forward over it? You can't make this up.
No one can say anything because talking point.
You're an idiot.
So good for Carrie to deny that because you actually do not have a right to your own state. That's just made up. You've just been saying it and brainwashing.
Why does she care about what's going on in Israel? It's not like she'll ever go visit Palestine or Gaza. She doesn't send them money or aid or anything. Why does she care about what's going on in another continent? Totally different continent. They're not even in North America. Why do you care? They don't pay your bills. You know what does? Her talking about it. Candace, Israel doesn't care that you exist. Why should you care that they exist? I believe they can collectively agree that they care less that Candace is walking the earth. Why do you care about what's going on in another continent? You can't make this up. Why do you care? Let's not pretend like Scientology hasn't had people. You got somebody missing in Scientology. The wife of the leader of Scientology has not been seen in almost 30 years. They too have murdered people. You can't make this up. You're not getting in, going in hard and heavy on Scientology. And they've practically taken over Clearwater, Florida. Yet she has Scientology friends. I mean, you can't make this up. John Mappin, come to the front of the room. How hard is it to convert Candace into Scientology again? Why is she just not coming out saying she's a member of Scientology? You know, that'll send her cult members into a frenzy.
People to believe that that's a thing. You couldn't just get a bunch of Scientologists to get up and say, oh, well, you know, why can't Scientologists have their own state? Why can't we just take over all of America? It's not a thing.
They took over Clearwater, Florida. Who knew you got? Candace, I know you watching. You know I'm going over Scientology. Why don't you just join the cult and be done with it? You know you want to join Scientology. You talking at your cycle. You can't make this up. This girl, she actually said Scientology. This is priceless. Oh my good Lord, she's just stealing all my ideas. You can't make this up. I'm going into Scientology now. She's talking about it. Candace, you're still bad at this because you have to copy off of me. You dumb heifer.
Talking points?
You dumb heifer.
So good for Carrie to deny that because you actually do not have a right to your own state. That's just made up. You've just been saying it and brainwashing people to believe that that's a thing. You couldn't just get a bunch of Scientologists to get up and say, oh, well, you know, why can't Scientologists have their own state? Why can't we just take over all of America? It's not a thing. It's actually...
No, it is a thing, but it is a thing. It is a thing. They're international. They're all over the world. They've taken over Clearwater, Florida. They run out businesses. They don't even want other businesses in Clearwater, Florida, near their so-called headquarters. That Sea Org headquarters. Their commune, because it's a cult. They have a commune. They don't even want people to have businesses in the same community as the Sea Org headquarters. You can't make this up. And she's saying that it's not possible, it's not a thing. It is a thing. It's actually happening. Don't let John Mappin fool you. All you got to do is Google. Tell John Mappin to learn how to read and stop sipping over another woman. He about as gross and disgusting as you are, Candace. He sips over you, you obsess over Charlie Kirk. Funny how that works. Scientology is taking over a whole city in Florida on U.S. soil as if they have an army. What the hell are you talking about? Candace, just go join Scientology. Let us know when your auditing starts. We'll make sure you never return, girl. They can have them. Scientology, y'all can have them. Tom Cruise, y'all get ready. What's it, Kirsten Allen? Y'all get ready. Candace is coming. She's all yours. You can't make this up.
What's happening? And you're trying to now put this into the Bible that you have a right to do this, that you have a right to kill and slaughter children and rape people, which they've been caught doing on camera, and no one can say anything because
oh my God,
talking points. So good for Carrie to deny that because you actually do not have a right to your own state. That's just made up. You've just been saying it and brainwashing people to believe that that's a thing. You couldn't just get a bunch of Scientologists to get up and say, oh, well,
yeah, you could get a bunch of Scientologists. So to the one that said, why am I comparing this to Israel? I'm not. She just did. Kelly Flynn. She just brought up Scientology. We've been talking about that in the LLC because Candace is watching my shit. You know, why can't the cult members get your attention, Candace? Because they need your attention. You know, they thirst for it. They're thirsty for your attention. They come over here because they know that you're watching. She just brought up Scientology. Mighty ironic, Candace. Just join it. Hopefully, when they move you into that commune with all them roaches down there, you stay there forever. You can't make this up. She just brought it up on her own, unprovoked. Because LLC. This is why we're talking and we're researching and reporting on Scientology. They've taken over Clearwater, Florida. She's comparing them to Israel. We talk about them completely separate. We've never compared them to Israel. She is literally trying to make the argument that compares them to Israel. Simply because she cares too much about what's going on in another continent, but can't pay attention to what's happening on U.S. soil with another cult that claims to be its own religion. But she would rather sit here and obsess over what's happening in another continent with Israel. But she doesn't want to talk about the cult that is on U.S. soil in our country, keeping businesses from thriving because they don't want to join their cult. And they also claim to be a church. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this up. Your cult leader is bringing it up and trying to compare it to Israel not existing, because that's like Scientology not exist, but they do exist, and they existing right in front of our faces on U.S. soil. As if we couldn't take them out if we needed to. They have way too much power for comfort. You can't make this up. She's bringing it up, trying to compare it. We're just talking about it separately as a different subject. You know, because we do talk about more than Candace, the dumb demon. Candace, let us know when you're ready to join Scientology. I'm sure John Mappin will be psyched. Can't make this up.
No, why can't Scientologists have their own state? Why can't we just take over all of America? It's not a thing. It's actually not a thing, because Judaism is a faith, and you do not just get the right to take what has never been yours and which you've never proven is yours. In fact, the exact opposite. What you've proven is that you're from Turkey somewhere, and then you just deleted your books because you're constantly reprinting history. And that's the true reason that you hate the Catholic Church, because the Catholic Church remembers.
No, it's so funny. No. We don't like cults. They don't care what's going on with Catholicism. They said Islam countries. They didn't say anything about Catholic churches. I did, Candace. I did. Why don't you report on the Catholic priests that are sitting here essaying kids? Why don't you talk about that? When did they ever talk? When did they mention anything about Catholic? In this whole thing, when did they say anything about Catholicism? When did that come up? No, perhaps I missed it. Let's go back. Maybe I missed them saying something about Catholics.
Everything seems to be anti-Semitism.
Maybe I missed it. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Really, what is happening is we're being forced to support the state of Israel's demonic goals. Take a listen.
So, just to be clear, is anti-Zionism anti-Semitism?
Yes.
It is under IHRA?
Rabbi, you're up next.
You're not sure? So what is the definition?
I would love to speak to that. Undoubtedly, anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism, and undoubtedly, and one does not have to support the specific policies of the government of Israel, but to not support the right of Israel to exist, which is what anti-Zionists do, while not taking that same stand to the 28 Muslim countries and 13 Christian countries in this world, is a double standard, is hypocrisy, and is absolutely
When did he say something about Catholics? Well, I'm sorry, he didn't mention the word Catholic at all yet. Where we getting that from? Candace, you said they said something about Catholic. They hate Catholicism. When did he even say the word Catholicism? When he said that in this, we're looking at the words on the closed caption here.
And one does not have to support the specific policies of the government of Israel, but to not support.
Yeah, it's funny how somehow when you say you don't support the specific policies of the government of Israel, they all of a sudden want to sit here and to say, well, now you're anti-Zionist. No, it's very possible to not support the policies and still support the right for them to have their own country, to exist as a state in another continent. Because it's not here in the U.S. Why do we care about what's happening on another continent? I thought it was America first. What are we doing? Candace is obsessing over something that's happening beyond her control in another continent. But what's happening on U.S. soil with Scientology, she ignores that. What's happening on U.S. soil with Catholic priests essaying kids, she ignores that. Things that she could shed light on that's happening on U.S. soil, she doesn't give a damn about. Because, she would rather be Russian. Candace, do you still plan on moving to Russia or what? How's this going to go? Take your coat with you. Hey, y'all enjoy that dictatorship over there in Russia.
Support the right of Israel to exist, which is what anti-Zionists do, while not taking that same stand to the 28 Muslim countries and 13 Christian countries in this world, is a double standard.
Yeah, I didn't see him. No word Catholicism came up yet. Did y'all hear the word Catholic come up yet? Word did Catholic didn't come up yet. Catholic has not came up yet.
Standard is hypocrisy and is absolutely anti-Semitism.
Don't see the word
I think
Catholic.
it's also important that we not make Islamophobic remarks while we're here today. I would appreciate that.
Not Catholic. I ain't seen the word Catholic.
I just want to
This
say,
is a religious liberty hearing.
God forbid, was anything like that said. But if the Jewish people are the only people that you deny the right to have its own state, that is absolutely a double standard, hypocrisy, and anti-Semitism.
Well, as you know,
He
I'm
didn't
a
say anything
Catholic.
about Catholics.
I'm a Catholic, and Catholics do not embrace Zionism.
She said she's a Catholic. If she not said that, he wouldn't have said it at all. He wouldn't even entertain it. It wouldn't even come up as a thought. Why does she need to tell us that she's a Catholic? What difference does it make? She could have said she's a Buddhist. It wouldn't change the point that he's making. Let's imagine she's Buddhist. So what? He's not trying to stop her from existing as a Catholic or a Buddhist. Whatever she chooses to be. He's not sitting here asking her, what's your religion? Did he ever ask her what's her religion? She volunteered that information. My question is, who cares? Who cares? You have Catholic priests that are essaying kids on U.S. soil. Somehow Candace is quiet on that. No, how dare she read any information and do research on all the Catholic priests that have essayed kids and got away with it. Never mind that. The audacity.
Zionism, just so you know. So are all Catholics
care.
anti-Semites, according to you?
As I
It's
said,
irrelevant.
anti-Zionism, by denying the right of the Jews to
Could've
have
been
their own
Buddhist.
state while not saying the same for any other peoples,
You can be
that is
Buddhist.
a
It
double
doesn't
standard,
matter.
hypocrisy, and anti-Semitism.
So this is just a
He never said the word Catholic or Catholicism. He said nothing about that. It doesn't matter. She could have said, I'm Buddhist. The point that he made would not have changed. Candace, stop making yourself more important than when you really are. The entire state of Israel could care less that you're roaming the earth. And yet, you could care less about what's happening on U.S. soil in the Catholic Church. Since this lady wants to talk about her being a proud Catholic, are they going to go after these Catholic priests that are sitting here molesting kids? No, they're not. Okay.
very bad talking point. And I used to say,
So
I'll
let's
give
go up to
ourselves
here. She's talking about that people hate Catholicism. What do you mean? He didn't even say the word Catholic. He don't care what she is.
have their own state. Why can't we just take over all of America?
Can't make
Not a
this
thing.
up.
It's actually not a thing because Judaism is a faith. And you do not
Scientology is
just
the
get
whole
the right
church
to take what has never
taking
been yours,
over
which you've never
US
proven is
soil.
yours. In fact, the exact opposite. What you've proven is that you're from Turkey somewhere, and then you just deleted your books because you're constantly reprinting history. And that's the true reason that you hate the Catholic
Turkey
Church.
somewhere.
Because the
Oh my
Catholic
God.
Church remembers America was a young country. You came in here, you controlled the textbooks that were being written, like Robert Maxwell, put us all through effectively a brainwashing program at the public schools, throughout the public school system, and taught us nothing about history, just Holocaust, 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 Hollywood spin on the Holocaust. Let's not.
Yeah, it's funny how she wanted to go to Hollywood though. It was in a rap video. Candace, didn't you try to go out and become an actress at some point in your life? Yeah, that was the highlight of her life. Her getting that charge for harassment was the zenith of her life. That was it. She wanted to be in Hollywood, by the way. And all her cult members still do is talk about, oh, she has so many views and blah, 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 because she does this for a show. This is all a PR stunt for her. As if she's in Hollywood and an actress. That's all this is for her. It's about money. It's about attention. It's a public relations strategy. It's a stunt. That's all this is. That's why she fights so hard to keep things out of the court of law, because she wants it in the court of public opinion, because she loves the banter. She likes the back and forth. She wanted to be an actress in Hollywood. And if she would have been given the opportunity, she would be in Hollywood right now. Your cult leader wanted to be a Hollywood actress. Go figure. You know why she didn't make it? She's not talented.
Talk about what the Bolsheviks did, because we're the descendants of them in the Middle East, and we're just going to now give ourselves names that sound Hebrew,
Good
and we're going to learn
grief.
Hebrew, as you did, and no one can ask any further questions. Well, we have further questions now. Our people are waking up; they're learning true history. You can only twist the fabric of reality for so long before it snaps back, and it seems to be snapping back for you guys pretty aggressive.
No. Candace, you're the only alien here. You're the only one that's a self-professed alien, okay? Whatever alternate reality your mind has traveled to, we're still waiting for you to take your body with it. In the meantime, if there is anything you just, for just because you're bored, want to talk about, why don't you talk about the Catholic priest that is doing all the horrible things to kids that they have been doing for centuries, and the Catholic Church has covered it up? Or here's a thought, because I know you want to copycat off of me so bad. Go ahead and talk about Scientology and how horrible it is and how much of a cult it is. Maybe you can shed light on the wife of David Miscavige that has not been seen in public for almost 30 years. Maybe you can help find her. Why don't you make that your little mission? You and John Mappin can go out and try to find the wife of the leader of Scientology. Go ahead. Jenna Miscavige would be absolutely delighted to know that somebody like a Candace Owens with this platform is helping to find the wife of the leader of Scientology. Because people have found missing reports on her. Shout out to Leah Remini. And no one has seen her. Why don't you help find her? Do something useful where you can focus on what's happening on U.S. soil, as opposed to another continent that you don't control or dictate. Absolutely ridiculous. But it's America first again.
At this moment. And so
It's
what
the
they did,
hypocrisy
because
for me.
Carrie said, yeah, no, you just can't mass murder kids. And I don't care how you try to spin it, doesn't work for me. What they did was they went ahead and they fired her because, they have no power. They're powerless. They've been powerless since the Holocaust.
She's crazy.
But then say
How you
Christ is
doing?
king, or say, no, I don't worship Israel. And you're going to find out real quick how much power they have as they try to smear you, impact how much money you can make, and to get you kicked out for being principled and having actually, biblical morals fashioned by the Bible. Thou.
Wake up. Hold on. I don't care if she wakes up and goes back to sleep. It's the hypocrisy of her saying something about Hollywood while she fought to be in Hollywood. You really think that she would turn down the opportunity when she sat and said twice, why don't TPUSA put me on their payroll for their PR? How about that? Let's take that point for a second. Hasn't she woken up when it comes to TPUSA? All this hellfire and brimstone she has for TPUSA. Who goes back after bashing it for months and says, TPUSA should put me on their payroll for their PR? Why would you want to work for TPUSA again? Isn't that people who support it? Aren't we asleep? Why would she want to be on their payroll? I understand the concept of hypocrisy is not a concept that Candace is familiar with, but it exists here on earth amongst humanity. So while she's being hypocritical to anything happening in Hollywood that she wanted to be a part of, let's talk about her wanting to be on TPUSA's payroll. You don't even say that once, let alone twice. If you don't want to have any connection to TPUSA, she wanted to be on their payroll for PR. Why is she not waking up from that? Explain it to me to where it makes sense. You can't make this up.
shalt not kill, which I think true Jews would be like, yeah, that's right. So yeah, I think it's a good thing that Carrie got fired. A Star is Born. Carrie Prejean Butler got fired, and it was
Are you talking about Carrie from the one that started fires with her mind, Candace? That's exactly what you are. Yeah, Candace got that third eye. She astral projects and starts fires with her mind. You know, all that witchcraft nonsense and talks to dead people in her visions. You know, unfamiliar spirits the Bible speaks of as demonic. You can't make this up. She might as well put on a witchy hat and get a broomstick. Like Candace, put the broomstick in the background so we can just laugh.
announced on X after Zionists demanded she be removed.
Dear Lord.
The opposite thing will now happen. She will be bigger than ever. And people will
Ugh.
abandon principles of you need to worship Israel, leave those churches, which in large part were like the
Good
Catholic
grief.
Church started by the CIA, and find true faith. Here's how Dan Patrick announced it on X, by the way. Carrie Prejean Butler has been removed from President Trump's Religious Liberty Commission. Like, nobody actually cares. It's not 2015. It isn't cool to be MAGA, because that's what it is. Make Israel great again. MAGA's dead. MAGA is in office. We get it. He continues, no member of the commission has the right.
Candace, spell MEGA. MEGA. Did she just say MEGA? She creating acronyms. Someone who's not obsessed over something happening in another continent sure enough shows that they're not obsessed by creating an entire acronym. You can't make this up. MEGA. Candace. You got to expand your vocabulary. You can't make this up, man. Why do you care about what's happening in another continent? It's not even North America that Israel is trying to exist in. What the hell? Candace, why don't you help Jenna Miscavige find her aunt? You know, send a comment over to John Mappin and ask him, where is your leader's wife? No one has seen her in 30 years in public. Hey, we need to lay eyes on her. We want proof of life. This is absolutely insane. Never mind all the horrible things happening on U.S. soil. You know, because America first. Why don't you put America first, Candace, and report on what's going on in America? Why not do that? Is she ever going to talk about anything happening in America? You can't make this up. All the cults that exist in America. No. Let's go back to the Middle East. Ugh.
To hijack a hearing for their own personal and political agenda on any issue. This is clearly without question what happened on Monday in our hearing on anti-Semitism in America. This was my decision. Yeah, no, you're taking a ton of money from Zionists. Can you just own that, Dan? Do something decent, Dan.
Yeah.
Own the fact that you, like everybody else, is just outright purchased. You're outright purchased by Israel. The commission has done outstanding work through 5 hearings. 2 more are scheduled. The testimony has been both.
And Candace is purchased by Satan himself. What's the difference? Girl, bye. When you sitting here talking about who's purchased? Candace, you wanted to be on TPUSA's payroll for PR, remember? You begged for it twice. She was begging. Candace was begging. Makes no sense. While she has insiders in TPUSA, so she can continue to obsess over them for no damn reason while she wants to be on that payroll.
Illuminating and heartbreaking. Under the Biden administration, Americans of all faiths had their religious liberty not only stolen from them, but were often punished for standing up for their faith in education, the military, the private sector, and even the ministry. And so in conclusion, what we're going to do is we're going to punish Carrie Prejean Butler for her faith, being a Catholic and Orthodox. Beware.
I don't care who this woman is.
Beware.
Who this woman
because as we find our footing in America for the very first time, and people learn true history and understand what actually happened and learn what the Bolsheviks did, when people learn what was done to the Roman...
Candace, the Bolsheviks, unless they're paying your bills, do not dictate what's happening in America right now. Like, I don't know, what are you talking about? Does she forget that we have a Declaration of Independence that was signed over 400 years ago? Maybe she doesn't understand that. Candace, when are you moving to Russia? That's what I want to know.
Not family. Learn that these people have a bloodlust like you wouldn't believe, and recognize what I said yesterday. Those chickens will come home to roost. You stand by evil. You better not be.
Well, she'll have a ball in Russia. because she says she wants to be Russian. Bye, Candace. Y'all, we're gonna send you off. Well, Candace, when you move to Russia, take your coat with you.
Shocked when it comes back to hunt you. And sadly, I wish
What is she
that
saying?
Charlie Kirk had listened to me because I warned him. And he did. He started pivoting. I would say a year. We started a year before he passed. We started talking about the Catholic faith, the issues with Zionism. I have many text messages to that effect. By then, I think it was too late. You can't go halfway with evil. There's no halfway with Satan.
Yeah, see, there you go. Erica Kirk, you can't go halfway with evil because Candace, I can use your words against you. Erica Kirk, you cannot go halfway with evil. You're going to have to get a protection order against Candace Owens, a.k.a. Cadence, a.k.a. Seed of Chucky, a.k.a. Demon Seed, a.k.a. the White Walker, a.k.a. the Dumb Alien, a.k.a. the Demon. You cannot go half evil. I'm halfway with evil. Don't do it. Don't do it. Candace is the byproduct of Satan's left nut in the retarded goat. Can't make this up.
He's an orphan. He is selfish. And he will always come to collect. And that's what I would like to say about that. I also want to give you guys a quick update because this was
have a hard time
hilarious to me. I got in a few people reached out to me that were a part of the Super Bowl halftime show with Turning Point USA, which I told you is embarrassing for Republicans because now we're just pretending like we have an audience, pretending that we are.
Candace, didn't you say that you're no longer political? You're not Republican or Democrat. Did you say that you were just, because you tried to copy me with that one and it failed miserably? Didn't you say in another show that you're no longer Republican or Democrat and that you're not even going to vote? I'm apolitical. I don't lean one way or the other. Didn't she say this already? Now she's claiming Republican again. To all the Republicans, are you all ready to reclaim Candace? No. She said she was neutral. Y'all, you can't make this up. Wait a minute. She's trying to claim me a Republican again. Oh, man, this is priceless. Oh, man. Oh, Candace, you dumb hypocrite. Didn't you say that you were apolitical? She said, I'm just independent. That's what she said. Now, all of a sudden, she's a Republican again? Oh, my Candace. Candace. See, here's the thing with being neutral. Once you are neutral, you stick to it. You don't let anybody push you one way or the other. I love the Luxters in the LLC. I do. All of you. I bless God for all of you and your support. I do not take it for granted. And we're going to continue to grow. So make sure y'all are hitting that like button. And the cult members. If you're going to sit up here and want my attention, hit the like button. Because we all know Candace is not giving you all any attention at all. The only way she knows half of you exist is by watching my video. So hit the like button. Let me know what number like you are. That way your cult leader can see you in the chat. Candace, how you remain neutral is not allowing anybody to push you one way or the other. The Luxers don't force me to be Democrat or Republican. That's the beauty of being independent. It's about standing your ground with that. Now you're Republican again. You really think the Republican Party really wants your ass back? Did they not serve you eviction papers? Oh, y'all know what will be epic? Do you know what will be epic? Hold on. I'm gonna tell you exactly what will be epic. Oh, this is gonna be good. Candace, you're gonna love this one. You're going to love it. You're gonna love it, Candace. I just, oh my God, Candace, you want to be Republican again? You want to be Republican again? Is that what you want, Candace? All right, Candace. Since you putting it out here. You opening up the jokes for me. You're opening up the jokes for me, Candace. I'm gonna do this because I think it's time that you hear this. It's time that you hear this from the man himself. All right, it's time to hear this. It's time that you hear this, Candace. You ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? It's time that she hear it. It's hot time. Let's go.
On election day, we're going to tell her that we've had enough, that we can't take it anymore, Kamala. You're doing a horrible job. You were a terrible attorney.
Kamala, Candace, pick one. Don't matter. Go ahead. Take it away.
General, you were a terrible district attorney. You're the worst vice president in history.
This is for you.
Kamala, you're fired. Get out of here. Go.
Candace, that's what this Republican president is gonna tell your dumb ass. Candace, you're fired. They fired you a long time ago out of Republicanism. You can't make this up. This is priceless. Now she's a Republican again. He said you're fired. Okay, kick rocks, Candace. Oh, this is the beauty of not being political. Boy, you get to laugh at it one way or the other. You can't make this up.
Well-liked party is doing the right thing. It's falling apart, obviously. The Republican Party is very clearly falling apart, and they're not acknowledging that reality. And the Super Bowl example was exactly that. Fake it till you make it. We'll pay influencers. We have money. We are now running Hillary Clinton's campaign, and we're too big to fail. Well, that's how you end up with people crying on the ground when Hillary Clinton lost. Because they just weren't paying attention to how people all across America felt. The populist movement that was rising. This is happening right now in the Republican Party. So it's now flipped. Zionists have taken over. They're telling them they're too big to fill. They're filling their ears, throwing money at them. And the reality is people aren't with it anymore. But the audacity to just keep up that performance, it's like Hillary Clinton, I've got Jay-Z and I've got Beyonce. The audacity to claim that the Super Bowl, the alternative Super Bowl was a success, it should upset you. It's such a lie. It's just such an objective lie. And it's not necessary. It's okay to fail and you pivot. Well, here's the reality of how this happens. The person said, first and foremost, this was filmed, which we have already told you, and they've said 2 weeks ago, or weeks leading up to it in Fayetteville, Georgia. There were actually only 180 people in the audience, and they used camera tricks to make it look like it was really filled. They were just moved around the room to make it look more full. And they had to do about 3 to 5 takes each on every song, except for Gabby. They said she got it done in 2. They had no idea what they were signing up for.
But she wanted to be on their payroll. To all the candy ass cult members, please remember that your cult leader was begging in episodes that is recorded on her show to be on their payroll for PR. You know, the hypocrisy is hilarious. Erica Kirk, please hurry up and get that that protection order against this girl. You can't make this up. Come on, okay.
The majority of the people didn't even agree once they got there and were told with doing a split halftime show.
And she wanted to be on the payroll.
Actually, liked Bad Bunny. Is it Bad Bunny? Sorry. Yeah, Bad Bunny. I thought I said something else.
Yeah, no, she doesn't care. She doesn't care if you Bad Bunny, Back Bunny, Bach Bunny, the Easter Bunny, Bumble Bunny, Bumblebee. She doesn't care. It doesn't matter. Candace, you don't care. You don't even know who he is.
It was over 2 days of filming, Monday and a Tuesday, and they were kind of shocked that Erica was not present at all for that filming. They did not meet her. They felt like it was very weird, and they also thought that it was going to be a bigger artist.
Yeah, and no one told Candace anything is weird. She's the only one that has abused the hell out of that term. Candace, I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood. Let me just just gotta hear it one more time. You gotta hear it one more time. Hold on. We gotta hear it one more time. Go back, bro. Say it again.
4 more years, it'll destroy our country. On election day, we're going to tell her that we've had enough, that we can't take it anymore, Kamala. You're doing a horrible job.
You can't make this stuff up.
4 more years, it'll destroy our country.
You can't make this up. Candace,
On election
I
day,
hope
we're
I'm
going
getting on
to
your
tell
nerves.
her that we've had enough,
Candace
that we
hates my
can't take
guts.
it anymore, Kamala. You're doing a horrible job.
Candace,
You were a
you slut.
terrible attorney general. You were a terrible district attorney. You're the worst
Candace, you're not an
vice
investigator.
president in history. Kamala, you're fired. Get out of here. Go.
I had to do it again, Candace. I had to do it again. Oh man, being independent counts with its perks. You get to laugh one way or the other. I don't really care. Democrats nor Republicans pay my rent. You can't make this up. Candace. Candace. He's gonna do a whole video and tell you you're fired. You can't make this up.
Artists because they were told that they were going to contend with the halftime show, and they didn't think that they were going to do that. Like I said, they were kind of, a lot of them were fans of Bad Bunny, and they were certain it was not going to rival that performance. Like I said, songs being played, performances 3 to 5 times, so that they could further direct audiences, which they did, to fist pump and get excited. They told me they were very tired because these were 12-hour days. They were compensated $250 stipend for that. They ran out of food. On the first day, the food that was provided for them was Mediterranean food, which is just objectively hilarious for an all-American halftime show. And the second day, they gave them tacos. So I think Mexico won.
Candace, why are you whining, complaining about what happened at TPUSA? You were wanting to be on their payroll. Can y'all imagine if they would have taken her up on her offer? Just imagine this. Candace saying, put me on your payroll to be on PR. And they say, okay. She would have been out there celebrating with them on their stage, probably trying to take over as if she's the boss. This is hilarious coming from somebody that wanted to be on their payroll and said it twice. Gareth, you'll come on, you dumb demon.
There was a holding room in between the takes, and they felt that there was no communication of why they were waiting for hours sometimes. There were technical problems. They also had the performers themselves were late, and they were not told why. They were just kind of in this holding space, except for Gabby Barrett. They said that she was early, and she only needed to do her song twice. So she was the strong exception. They waited the longest for Kid Rock. I don't think that's that surprising. And that the person who was producing this, some guy named Matt, was trying to get them hyped by saying, there's a little birdie that told us that Trump is going to be watching our halftime show. Like, you know, you got to keep the slaves from revolting energy. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And obviously,
you got to keep the slaves from revolting. Who the hell is a slave? Candace, who is a slave? You know, it's kind of weird hearing that come from a Black woman that has no concept of her own history. And I'm talking about going back to her parents. Candace, I heard your mother was a crackhead. Do you even know who she is? And yet you want to see her talking about slaves revolting. She would make this reference right after she says Trump's name. You can't make this up.
He also said to them that this is going to get more views than the Bad Bunny halftime show. And it's just objectively hilarious when you consider that Trump didn't even watch.
Candace thinks she's #1 podcaster on earth. What's the difference? This is so funny. Her cult member, to the candy ass cult members, do you all not come and tell me every day, every time I go live and talk about your cult leader? Do you not remind me how many views and subs she has? I want the candy ass cult members to respond. To all the cult members, go ahead. Don't be shy. You're never shy any other time. Put a 1 in the chat. How many do you not remind me that she has 6 million subs? Because I get comments like this all the time. They take it upon themselves to tell me often that she is #1 podcaster on earth. She gets hundreds of thousands and millions of views and has millions of followers and blah, blah, blah. And then I laugh at the comments because I say to myself, all they're doing is proving my point. She does this for clicks, views, likes, and money. She herself has bragged on her views while she obsesses over the assassination of a man that she was in love with. That wasn't stun her ass and he did not marry her. You got a scorned woman obsessing over a deceased man to the point where she says he comes to her in her visions while she pee-pees in the bed. And then she talks about how many views and likes and subs she's getting from talking about this same deceased man's death. She's the only one bragging about being #1 podcaster on planet Earth, a planet to which she is not born on. She's the only one that brags on this. And her cult members confirm what we all say about their cult leader every single time. She has millions of views. She gets millions of subs and likes. You'll never measure up. Because she does this for clicks, views, likes, and money. When they're too stupid to realize if I wanted the same views and subs, I would just say everything she says. Because it's not that difficult, you know. We're talking about a college dropout who can't seem to get rid of a yeast infection. Candace is still stuck with that same yeast infection she's had for 10 years. The yeast infection is having babies. And she's sitting bragging about likes, views, clicks, and subs while she obsesses over the death of a man who was not stunning her at all. Candace, don't get mad. He saw you in your true form. He was like, oh, what the hell is that? Imagine this, if you will. Journey with me through the theater of my mind. Charlie Kirk. Candace, the dumb demon. They're on a tour. They stay at the hotel. Let's call it the Marriott. And somehow they're sleeping in the same room together, which is weird. It's so weird. He comes out of the shower, fully dressed. She's laying there, and the next thing you know, an antenna pops out from underneath the covers. And he's standing there looking at her like, what the hell are you doing? And then all of a sudden, her true voice comes out. I'm sitting here waiting for you. I'm stewing in my juices. And then he sniffs around and he's like, what the hell is that smell? Oh, don't mind that. It's the yeast infection. It's having its period. Yeast infection's got a whole life of its own down there. And it managed to grow an antenna and it's piercing through the covers. And she's opening up the covers talking about, come to me, my pretty. Come to me, my pretty. Come to me. Come in the bed. It's okay. Meanwhile, the yeast infection is reproducing at a very rapid rate. They're taking a life of its own. Yeast infections, getting married and having babies down there. And she's taking it out on Erica Kirk. You can't make this up. Erica Kirk, please understand, it's not your fault. Candace refuses to get the correct amount of Monostat 7. She wants to live with this yeast infection that's an itching and a burning and a sneezing and a coughing. And she's taking it out on you. Go ahead and get that protection order in place because I have not missed the mark on that. You need to get a protection order. But for her and her yeast infection strikes, it's going to just pierce through. It's going to have a whole weapon and everything. You can't make this up. You mad at all of us, Candace, because you're itching and a burning and a peeing and a piercing. Your antennas are coming through the sheets. And you all wonder why George is sleeping in the closet. Candace, if you don't kick rocks. Oh, look at this dumb demon, y'all. This freeze frame is epic. She's taking it out on everybody on Earth because she's still stuck with the yeast infection. You can't make it.
Shit, because remember this actually broke. It's this picture of Trump and the Bad Bunny halftime show is in the background. He's at Mar-a-Lago. So I don't know who the little birdie was. Well, that's not true. Turning Point did cover their hotel rooms, but they were placed with a random person. And yeah, they were told, we need you to match Kid Rock's energy. They signed an NDA, but that NDA expired 1 hour after the show. So that's your fake halftime performance. And I'm just telling you what reality is, just so you understand what money can do. It's unbelievable. Again, no shot at the artist.
Yeah, it's money. It's funny what money can do. Candace, how much you pay for that jacket? How dare you not buy any clothes for the yeast infection down? Yeasty is cold or hot or burning. So you go shop it for yourself and then you leave yeasty out of it. How dare you? Y'all, we're going to have to report Candace to defects. She fails to take care of yeasty. Yeasty is being neglected. You buying Yeasty Walmart clothes while you sit here and drop $3,000 on a jacket. If that jacket is more than $3,000, Candace, I'm going to clown you for another whole day. You could have Yeasty an embroidered jacket made, so at least you two can dress alike. Y'all, the yeast infection only comes out at night, like any other freak. Freaks come out at night. Freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out. The freaks come out at night. And then Yeasty is like rolling down the street on tens and dubs. He's in a car with hydraulics. Somebody send me an AI photo of that. Yeasty in the car, rolling down the street in my 6'4". Please send me that with Yeasty. Give him a gold grill and everything. Go all the way there.
That were involved. I like, especially, like I said, I like Lee Bryce's music. I listen to his music out of all of them. And it sounds like Gabby was an extreme professional, but it is what I'm commenting on here. It's just really a commentary of watching conservatives do what Hillary Clinton did. It's just pretending and thinking that you can just fake it till you make it if you've got billions. And that's not how it works. So
that's what you're doing, Candace.
And we'll get back with some of your comments.
Oh my God.
All right, you guys, this podcast.
Get out your damn comments, girl. Y'all, can y'all make, if you do an AI image of Yeasty, roll it down the street, talk about the freaks come out at night. Dun, dun, freaks come out at night. Can you make sure he has a jacket on like Candace so they can dress alike? You know that's your twin. Why are you denying Yeasty? You're supposed to take care of him.
The thing about the Egyptian.
How dare you drop all that money on a jacket, Candace, and you can't even buy Yeasty any clothes. Now he got to go out here and sling rocks for you because your sugar booger habit is out of control. She mad at us because sniffing glue is no longer working. Okay? It's just ridiculous. I already showed them a photo of your source, Candace. You're not getting away that easily. Y'all, I heard from the grapevine that the source was there at the party at Trump's hotel. Who child? Candace. Candace, you have ruined Blue's Clues for everybody now. We will never forgive you for that. Never forgive you for that shit. Blue's Clues is effectively ruined. Okay? Ruined. Why are you sitting here messing with Blue's Clues? Bringing him into your world. You can't make this up. Lord have mercy. Y'all, her sources are something else. Once you get to know them, they're actually really friendly. But they do smell like burnt bread, okay? You just got to endure the smell. But for the most part, they'll answer any questions you have. Candace, they've told me your deepest, darkest secrets. I already know where you live. You told me your deepest, darkest secrets. It seems like, if anything, they want to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free. Name that artist for 5 points. Y'all name that artist for 5 points. In the meantime, we got some Milk Bar TV videos to catch up on because he catches it every time, Candace. He's going to call your hypocrisy out. Milk Bar TV's videos are just a visual example of hypocrisy on steroids or sugar booger, whatever. Whatever she gets high on now. Today she's high on, I think it's LSD, but whatever. Tomorrow she might go back to crack because crack is whack. But you know, this is what his videos just highlights her hypocrisy. And we just love Milk Bar TV. Shout out to him. I did send him a message on X. Hopefully he'll be able to kind of set some time aside to join us in a live stream reaction so we can just laugh at Candace and her sugar booger and her sources and purple grimace. Like we could just have a good time, have a ball. Y'all ready? Let's get to this. Yes. Milk Bar TV's video on Candace Owens' playbook for engagement farming. Did we see this already? I think we may have seen this. But hold on, let me go to the next one. I think we saw that one. This one is the Greatest hits, being an absolute BS artist throughout her career.
There's old footage of Tyler Robinson that is now circulating.
Yeah, I was looking up at the light just before getting there. Okay. I saw it shift yellow. And as I get into the intersection, there was a vehicle in the lane.
Tyler certainly refers to it as his car, not his vehicle.
He wrote me a letter on May 2nd this year.
First and foremost, that letter he is holding up, he is severely misrepresenting. Those sentences are real. I'm saying you're severely misrepresenting the contents and you're doubling down on your lie. I told you to publish the full letter that Charlie wrote you, not lines of it. Okay? It's a lie by omission.
New York Post got a hold of that letter. They've now published it. Charlie Kirk expressing his love for Israel. No attacks on Israel, just advice on how to fight lies and reach the next generation.
Still haven't spoken to the press about Charlie Kirk, actually. I haven't even given one interview about Charlie Kirk. It felt icky to me. I think that in the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot of financial reports that are coming out. And I, first and foremost, do not believe that
Yeah, to the candy ass cult members that keep asking the same dumb questions over again about what she lied about. Here it is. She also lied about having 2 degrees. So that's 2 good lies right there that we're reminding you of. It's not as if you've never heard this. Don't pretend like you've never heard this. Okay? If you're going to be a cult member, you do not have to be dumb. Don't pretend like you've never seen this and heard her say, I have 2 degrees actually, and she won't show us one. Where's what you call it? Ray? Raw. Is it Raw? It was Raw. Raw? Where your ass at? Bring your ass up in here, Raw. I thought you were going to show us the proof of her showing out a degree. Yeah, Raw was so mad. He tried to tell me a lie. I read it. He got mad. He wasn't happy. There's no pleasing him. And then when he says that she showed it, I said, tell me where to go where she showed her degrees. He couldn't even tell me. So to the cult members, the candy asses, tell me exactly where your cult leader showed her degrees. Because Raw said she showed it. Her yeast infection photos do not count. No, we want to see her degrees. The actual degree. It comes in a nice little binder and everything. Why don't you tell your cult leader to post that degree up on the wall behind her? She's the one that said she had 2 degrees. No one forced her to say that. She said that on her own. Her yeasty came up with that in their high time while on Sugar Booger, eating cookies and milk. No one told her to say that. She said that all on her own accord. Candace, just because you're high when you're saying all these dumb things does not mean that we should not hold you accountable for it. So shout out to Milk Bar for reminding you of how bad you lie and still present 0 evidence while your cult members, who obviously just because you're a narcissist, have to be dumber than you, want to forget that these things have been said. Where's her degrees? I want to know where the degrees are.
Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I want to be very clear on that. A very strange tweet that Josh Hammer hit send on 16 hours before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Right? What could have been going on that Josh Hammer decided to dig through the 2013 Twitter archives and retweet someone calling for public execution? And what is the justification for this? There might be one. I tried in earnest to at first rationalize it. Would we trust that Josh came out and said that tweet was definitely about Arena? Other people pulled Trump tweets. Some did pulled that very tweet and called for public execution. I was in this aggrieved stage, and I really didn't poke my head up until weeks later when I could stop crying about it every second. Charlie Kirk, my friend, is dead. First,
she could poke her head. She said she was a bad mom too, so she neglected the children, all 4 of them. Candace, you are a horrible mother. That is your words. She said that in that episode. This episode here on October 30th. I challenge all the cult members to go back and watch it. She said, I feel like a bad mother neglecting my kids because I can't stop crying and I can barely take care of them. What? Do you not have a nanny? At the very least, get Yeasty to feed them a meal. He can make them sandwiches. Go fix them some sandwiches and some chips and Kool-Aid and pickles. Why are your kids being completely neglected? You've got Yeasty, you've got George, he's hiding in the closet. Andrew Tate, I'm sure he's like Uncle Daddy, whatever. And you've got nannies You got babysitters. You know, get what are her helpers? Who's the guy that's always in her ear? Mark. Mark will even do it. You know, you pay him money. You can't make this up. There's no excuse for those kids being neglected. So next time we're gonna call defects so you can.
This is fantastic that Preborn is doing this. To remind you guys about Pure Talk. Also remind you guys about American Financing. Also remind you guys about GNO Land. Also telling you guys about Just Thrive. You can head over to our website, CandaceOwens.com. You can sign up, buy yourself a hat. What about his burial? How come we haven't seen anything about his burial?
You repeatedly questioned why we weren't being told where Charlie Kirk is buried. Did you get those answers?
You have the wrong commentator who questioned that. November 25th, I obviously tweeted, Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. I report to the FBI. Of course, I reported it to the FBI.
No, you didn't. Can you show us evidence of those transactions that were being processed through Club Descent? Are you ever going to show that evidence? So here's another lie for the cult. She said that the French wanted to assassinate her with no evidence. And that a high-ranking French government employee contacted her about transactions or payments going through Club Descent, and that there obviously is a paper trail. Candace, a paper trail is not the same as that slime trail that you're leaving because yeasty is out of control. Just because your yeast infection is flared up and now you're leaving your bodily juices along the sidewalk does not mean that that is a paper trail either. Two different things, Candace. You know you've learned the difference. I've said it many, many a times. A paper trail is not Candace's yeast infection trail. Your bodily juices are no concern to us at all. It's not an indication that the French are trying to kill you. Perhaps they should ship you over some Monistat 7. Maybe they got some over there in France that'll do the trick. You can't make this up.
I did not at all hear back from the FBI.
Reach out
and
to
I
the
will say
father of
I didn't go
medicine.
through an official channel and send an email, and I should do that. But I did send a text message to somebody very high up.
She has said Charlie's murder, quote, had to be approved by Charlie's friends,
Oh my
and then
God.
suggested those friends might have her murdered too, for, quote, knowing.
I never said that. The decision was made
my
to murder Charlie Kirk. A decision that very clearly had to be approved by Charlie's friends. Is this going to be the pathway forward? You're going to start murdering more people in broad daylight for knowing? I never said that. I certainly didn't suspect Turning Point USA would be, as I believe, involved in a cover-up. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean they weren't involved in plotting to kill him. And I've never said that. Cam Higbee is on the payroll of Turning Point USA, the very organization that just had its leader assassinated in broad daylight in front of the entire world.
If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix.
Yeah, because she was a coward and her yeasties decided to flake out. I can't believe you, Yeasty. I am so ashamed of you right now, Yeasty. Any other time you don't mind raising your voice, sending that burning sensation up to Candace's brain or whatever is left of it. How dare you let her flake out of that? She could have got her happy ass on that plane. Candace, all you had to do, take your Monistat 7 with you, get on a plane and go to Phoenix. And you could have faced all of these people you so-called loathe and hate. You got all this angst and bitterness towards. You want to sit here and go off on them in the camera. George standing behind the camera in a dress. Why can't you just fly out there and tell them for yourself? Why didn't you do that? Well, did it feel too much like right for you to go out there and face them head on? That way, all of these people you hate so much, you could have told them to their face. But no. The coward you are, sitting here talking about what George said. No. George doesn't give a damn. He's hiding in the closet texting his boyfriend. He doesn't care what you do. George Farmer doesn't care what Candace does. Why would he say no to that? But he stands behind the camera and records these episodes that are pre-scripted so that you can sit here and talk trash on camera, though. But when they say, bring your ass out here to Phoenix and say it to our face, all of a sudden he telling you no. He does not care what she does. George probably scared somebody would identify him from being on UVU campus on September 10th. I think that's what it is. He would have been spotted. George, we still don't have your alibi, you clown. And hiding on Hidden Valley Ranch, you won't be able to do that for far too much longer. At some point, Tyler Robinson is going to tell on these two. You can't make this up. Candace is trying to get Tyler Robinson off. She wants him to walk free. That's reasons. You can't make this up, but you won't get in on the plane and go to Phoenix. You could tell none of these people how you felt face to face. You could have faced Andrew COVID and said, how dare you talk about Superman? But you could have said it to his face. And you didn't. I hope that yeast infection is a burning and an itching and a scratching right now. You can't make it.
So I accept it with whistles and bells, everything.
Oh
I
my
fully
God.
accept. You can pick the place, you can pick the time, but
We
no,
accepted
they need
nothing.
to have it in person in Phoenix on December 15th, or they cannot have me at all. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, outside of my husband and Erica Kirk has the power to shut me up. There's nobody that has the
That coward ass George Farmer does not plan on telling her to shut up anytime soon because, you know, she makes the money, I guess. How's Parlor Inc. doing, George? Yeah. You know, since Blexit does not exist, it can't funnel over 6 figures anymore. Something it was doing for at least 2 to 3 years. How exactly is Parlor Inc. doing now? Funny how Kanye West didn't buy it. And Candace won't say anything about that. But that's her brother, though, you know, because Kanye's got a Kanye and Candace has got an itch. But she doesn't say anything about why Kanye West did not buy Parlor Inc. from her weird ass in the closet boyfriend, husband, the one that wears the dress.
capacity to get me to shut up about this, except for Erica Kirk and my husband. I'm not going to stop unless Erica Kirk asks me to stop. If Erica Kirk asks me to be quiet, I will be quiet. Stop. To stop. I just do not accept any of that. Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been multiple people involved. There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen.
You said
My
that
show,
people
I've
at
been very
Turning
clear.
Point were complicit in his murder.
No, my exact sentence that I said was that there were people at Turning Point who are engaged in a cover-up.
No, you didn't.
I believe
Sorry,
that
you didn't.
thoroughly.
Candace, you didn't say that. You said literally.
I did say that
they
on
were,
my entire
You said
show.
there were people at Turning Point complicit in
No.
his murder.
Okay.
That's what you said.
What I'm about to tell you guys today is going to positively blow your mind. I just cannot see how this would lead to anything other than a full confession from the government about the military's involvement in his assassination. I'm certain he is going to probably be doing a lot of interviews in the near future. Like I said, I'm going to put together a fundraiser for you. And I do believe you are a missing piece of this. I don't know what comes next, but I just want you to know that like you have an ally in me, and I hope you see that I am a fighter. And when I see good people.
To the cult, congratulations on giving this pathological lying piece of crap, whom you have not seen since this episode, over $140,000 of your hard-earned money or Bitcoin or whatever. You know, I don't think neglecting your bills to give him money to satisfy your cult leader who watches my show turned out to be in you all's favor. It's funny how that happens. You have to come into my chat for her to recognize your presence. And yet you gave this pathological lying piece of crap, Mitch Snow, over $144,000. You can't make this stuff up. And it still got you what? He has not been seen on her show since then. You would think he would come back and do like 2 or 3 more appearances. No. Hell no. You can't make this up. Y'all remember that X thing that happened, that call where people were like, we're not married to this guy. No, you should be, because you gave him $144,000. Is Safe GoFundMe, whatever that is it still up and operating? Is it still active? Have they closed it down yet? Safe Singo? Is it Safe Singo? Whatever it is. The cult has given this man 6 figures, and he couldn't even give them 2 appearances on Candace's show. No, just 1. But yet she claimed he was going to be getting interviews everywhere. Where the hell he been? Y'all, this is epic. It's so funny how real life smacks them in the face. Y'all gave up y'all bill money to this clown. You should be so proud. Some of these people missed out on Christmas gifts to give him money. And for what? He couldn't even do a returning episode. Candace, I know you're listening. Why don't you have Mitch Snow back on again? Give him a whole hour. Let's see how that goes. It'll just be for the entertainment of it all. At least your cult members will feel as if they got their money's worth. Because right now, it just looks like you're just shortchanging them. You know? Is it fair that he only came on the show once and he's getting, what, $144,000 raised? How much of that money did Candace put in the pot? Didn't she say she would match it? So if he has 144,000 plus raised, shouldn't she be putting in $144,000 of her own money? You know, cult members, cult leaders, and scam artists, they never fund their own scam. Yeah, Candace, I called you a scam. I call you a scammer. That's what you are. You're a scam artist. You're a con. You can kiss my ass. I don't really care what you think. Yeah, I really don't care. You're the female version of Umar the Oompa Loompa. Scammers never put money in their own scam. But where is the receipt to show proof, Candace, that you donated or matched any amount of money to go to Mitch Snow for him to only do one episode? Candace, you're so lame, you couldn't even get this pathological lying piece of crap to come back. That's how clownish you are. You can't make this.
Bad things happen to them, I will fight. We didn't know what it was going to lead to, and I was like, I mean, I couldn't have been more deferential in saying that this could literally lead to nothing. You know, like,
They
hey, the
gave
guy
him
said
their
this, whatever,
money.
and then all of a sudden, you guys every day are obsessing over it. Won't let it go. I had him on the show. That was it. I was.
She want us to hold on. You want us to let it go? No, your cult does not want to let it go because they gave that idiot money. Oh man, they should be offended. Tavares, Candace is the female version of Umar the Oompa Loompa. The cult should be so mad right now. What do you mean we can't let it go? The cult is pissed. They said we gave this idiot our mortgage money. Christmas gift was canceled this year because we tried to help Mitch Snow. And you're talking about letting it go. Oh, man. You would think the cult would just revolt. Come on, candy asses. Why don't you all air your grievances in the chat? Because you already know your cult leader is watching. Any other time, she doesn't care. Candace, you telling your cult to let it go, and they gave this idiot money. You can't even give them a second appearance. Why don't you have Mitch come back on the show? Go ahead, girl. We're going to watch and laugh at you anyway. You might as well. You can't make this out. She's telling the cult, let it go. You gave him all your money. Let it go.
In a cloud of grief. Okay, you remember I had to go away to Wyoming just to breathe. Like, what am I doing wrong here that I have to go away and cry for a long time, and everyone else?
Oh my God!
Just kind of
oh
seems
yeah,
giddy.
she watches.
Like giddy. That emotion shouldn't be possible. Shouldn't be possible, actually. Last year, I was in earnest.
Candace, tell them who you got the you're bad at this from, or the X-Men reference. Or even the Scientology thing. It's funny how that word is coming out of your mouth. You know we're talking about Scientology over here. Go ahead and tell them, Candace. You know, she responded to a comment that was tagged me in it about her filing a motion to dismiss. I saw the comment, Candace. I responded to you, you clown. You admitted that you made defamatory statements in the state of Tennessee against the Macrones. Because that's exactly what I said. Y'all, you can't make this up. We got a video we're going to check out on X, and then I'm going to show you all that comment I sent. How you going to sit here and respond to somebody that's tagging me in it about your motion to dismiss when your dumb ass could have avoided the lawsuit altogether by not lying about someone being born a man? You have no scientific evidence on it. It's priceless. But she said, no, we're simply trying to get them to dismiss it and send it over to the state where the statements were made. I'm like, so you're admitting that you made defamatory statements against the Macrones. Great. You understand that jurisdiction can be proved in more than one ways? You can't make this out. Never mind those LLCs that are registered up there in Delaware. Girl, bye, Felicia. They're going after the money. Have you not figured that out, Candace? I know she watches Tavares. And you keep stealing my quips. At least say, Lady Luck Club, you can kiss my ass. Charlie Kirk was not a mutant in X-Men. Stop. Oh my God. Candace, you're still bad at this. I'm still waiting on her to bring back Mitch Snow so that at least her cult can feel like they're getting their money worth. They gave him a lot of money. They gave him 6 figures. And you just want them to let it go, Candace? That's so inconsiderate of you.
Holding the internet back. Everyone was coming at Turning Point USA and all these allegations. I was like, no, chill, just give them some time. I believe that people within that company betrayed Charlie. We don't know where it's going to end, but we are going to keep asking questions until we get clear answers.
Candace, it may be that the person in the media
keep asking the same old
bullshit
question
to the public is you.
Yep. This is the new one he did. This is the new video Milk Bar did side by side. Candace Owens today versus Nazi anti-Jewish propaganda. What it says? Spot the Blues Clues. Oh man, y'all make sure y'all check out this video. I think this is the new one here. He did a YouTube short, and this video I haven't seen. I think so. We're gonna just play that back to back, and then we're gonna get to my boyfriend Ami. Oh, Ami. Y'all, he's my boyfriend. He doesn't even know it.
Es ist eine kleine, wurzellose internationale Clique, die die Völker gegeneinander hetzt.
It's Jewish supremacists. They had everything to do with the Civil War in America. They excel at creating the false dialectic, the North versus the South, the left versus the right. You got to wake up, especially if you're in America, okay? And they come over to America, and kind of the story that we're told is, oh, everyone just came with the clothes in their back and like made it big in Hollywood or made it big in modern psychology. And I'm like, no, America was a young country. We were very like susceptible to all of these things. Jewish people were the ones that were trading us. Jewish people were in control of the slave trade. They buried a lot of it, control the media. They just do, okay? One way or the other, Zionists control the empire medias. And it's only through actually engaging and reading these books that would never become movies, these books that you are not allowed to read, that you can truly understand like what's happened in this country, because we all recognize that something's not right. Wake up to who publishes these books and keeps us at war with one another. Christians versus Christians, right? Christians versus Muslims. Wake up and learn the true history of slavery. Jewish people, how they have accomplished things, this false dialectic, their means to accomplish running Western society, breaking apart Christian empires, gambling, a major vice.
Candace, this is why I'm saying Erica Kirk should get a protection order against you. You're being compared to Hitler. I mean, you're saying the same rhetoric. Why do you care about what's going on in another continent to which you have no control or power of? Y'all, it's always the UFOs that want to come here and think that they have superiority over human beings. You can't make this up. It's always the ones that are coming here crash landing on our planet, trying to tell us, humanity, how we should think and behave and act. Make that make sense? Isn't that a form of slavery? Having a cult, isn't that slavery? I mean, it sounds like a form of slavery to me to be a cult leader. You crash landed on our planet, and now you want to tell humanity how they should think and act and behave. You can't make this up. Girl, if you don't get your ass on somewhere, go sit down, heifer. This is crazy, y'all. This is insane. This weird ass UFO wants to tell humanity how we should live and exist amongst each other. And she sounds like one of the worst persons in history, in human history. Candace, she must have astral projected her way back into 2026. If we see a photo of you standing next to Hitler, that's it. I'm going in on you, and I will not spare you at all, Candace. Do you understand me?
Drugs, prostitution, sex pornography. We Jews love pornography because we hate Catholics and we hate Jesus, and allows us to crush the church. They want to make you guys think that this culture is okay because then they can subjugate your culture. Those people who are still in positions of power, thinking that it could be fair, thinking that we could just work hard, thinking that we could run a company, that we could launch this revolution, that people were going to be happy in the future because America was the land of the free. No values that exist outside of the Talmud. You describe yourself as a Talmudic Jew, and I've learned what's in that Talmud. They think that we're animals. that they have a right to own us, that they have a right to make us worship them, that they have a right to lie to us, that they have a right to sue us and take everything that we have, that they have a right to deceive us. They will become whatever they have to become. They are like their brains are their brains are wired. It's a pathology. Like, their brains are.
For one day, our patience will reach its end, and we would just shut these Jews' insolent lying mouths. What the heck, Candace? Yeah. Oh my God. You can't make this up. Yeah, I told you I would spot Candace. Look at it. The witch on the broom. We found you, Candace. You traveling through time. I knew it. Y'all, Candace went to the same school with Hitler. There you go. Look at her flying on her broom with that witch hat on. You can't make this up. Candace, this is you doing your astral projection practice. You can't make, man, as evil as this is. You gotta find something. This is crazy. Candace, it's like after you find some UFO that sounds just like Hitler. What? Here she is, you all, flying on that broom. Yeasty down here just hanging out in the sack. Look at it. It's the only way she could transport him. That's how much Yeasty has grown. This astral projection is something else in that third eye, Candace. But you want humanity to believe something you say. Your cult leaders mostly bots. I don't really care. They're machines. You actually want human beings to believe you. And here you are floating around your broomstick. You're in an era with Hitler existing. How dare you? Can you time travel your ass back to wherever the hell you came from?
Thinking that it could be fair, thinking that we could just work hard, thinking that we could run a company, that we could launch this revolution where people were going to be happy in the future because America was the land of the free. No values that exist outside of the Talmud. You describe yourself as a Talmudic Jew, and I've learned what's in that Talmud. They think that we're animals, that they have a right to own us, that they have a right to make us worship them, that they have a right to lie to us, that they have a right to sue us and take everything that we have, that they have a right to deceive us. They will become whatever they have to become. They are like their brains are their brains are wired. It's a pathology. Like, their brains are wired to lie to Zionists. I've never.
This is a UFO trying to talk about the human brain, by the way. Something to which she does not possess. Candace, you prove to us you have a brain, and we will laugh at you make statements about a human brain. Prove to us you have one. That's what I want. I want to see scientific proof that Candace, the shape-shifting alien, White Walker Owens, has a brain. Because I believe she's sitting here trying to study it because she doesn't comprehend it because she doesn't have one. Don't be jealous, Candace. You'll see him come to Earth and be jealous of humanity. The idea of us being able to think in on our own, have independent thought, comprehend letters and words. You know, it's coming from the person that doesn't know the difference between the letter N and the number 9. And now she's jealous because we have brains and she doesn't. It's not our fault that your skull is made the way it is. You're an alien. Maybe you should go back to your home planet and tell them to try again. You Brexit your ass off of Earth.
Something like it. Raise generation people to think like I did. Like, oh my gosh, like we have to make sure that a Holocaust never happens. We have to support Israel. Nope. Now we are reading the books. We're learning about how you executed this. You blindfolded the entire world to what you are. And what I think you might be is possessed by a real demon. This is for them a religious philosophy, a racist perspective that we are lamb-eating cattle that are meant to be herded and ruled over. And there's a lot of people. And would they, if they could, mass kill everybody in this country? Yeah.
Candace, this is disturbing.
I hate all of you. I think you guys are all a part of the same demonic entity.
Y'all see that? She said it. I hate all of you. They want to come up in here to the candy asses. Y'all come up in here talking about you hate Candace. I owe her nothing. She just said she hates all of us. And that includes bots. She doesn't even know you people exist. Y'all push out her nonsense all over social media. She could care less that you exist. She only knows that you exist in my chat because she watches my show. Candace. Oh, you got Bone Quisha coming in talking about I hate all of you. Which personality just came through right now? Sound like Bone Quisha to me. Girl, that sugar booger is something else. Y'all, sugar booger is one hell of a drug. You can't make this up. It'll turn you into a crackhead alien from outer space hating humanity. She literally said, I hate all of you. Oh, okay.
Would they, if they could, mass kill everybody in this country? Yeah, they would. I believe people are psychopaths. I hate all of you. I think you guys are all a part of the same demonic entity.
I hate all of you. I hate all of you. Who's pushing hate here? She's literally saying the words, I hate all of you. And somehow the cult still can't be smart enough to look up dictionary.com to see what hate truly means. And she is actually saying, I hate all of you. I've never said I hate Candace Owens. Candace, you're an alien. Am I supposed to have any feelings towards you one way or the other? I just want Erica Kirk to put a protection order out against your ass. That's what I want. I hate all of you. Erica, here's more evidence that you can use when you go to court. Get that petition in to get that protection order against her. Make sure you play this part of the video where she says, I hate all of you. Candace, don't get mad. You shouldn't want to go near her either way if you're not obsessing over her. Protection order is going to be for her and the kids' protection. Because you and your coat aren't looking up definitions of terms still after 5 months. You can't make this up. She literally said, I hate all of you. No one is saying this but her. This dumbass alien from outer space is the only one talking about, I hate all of you. So anyone that sues her, she hates all of you. You can't make this up. Candace, you're giving us all a headache.
We're part of the same demonic entity. Your God is Satan. You guys are Baal worshipers. You will continue to kill and sacrifice children until you feel that demon rewards you. And I stand against you.
You're intense.
Yeah, this is how I feel about these people. They are satanic, right and left at the top. There's no life in these people. This is the synagogue of Satan.
Right and left. I mean, seriously. But she claims to be Republican. I don't think Democrats ever want it anyway. Dear Lord. Oh, Candace, you just letting that hate shine on through. You and Yeasty.
If there was anything that could rile Charlie up, it's questioning his moral integrity. Yeah, they are very, very good people. Charlie and Erica are fantastic people. But I know that Charlie was very happy with Erica. She made him happy. And I just want you guys to know that. And so when you're putting stuff out there, just imagine that you're in her shoes. Imagine the size and scale of that company. And imagine that on top of everything, you've got people that are digging into every layer of your life and not necessarily getting everything right. This is a woman who consulted a priest and prayed when she felt that somebody had put a hex on her husband. And I just think everyone is being a little unfair by trying to assign so much ill will towards someone who hasn't done anything to warrant that. And I just really just feels to me like it's unfair. She has not come out and said anything to me that makes her suspicious. I would have been the first person if I felt that anything was there. What lie has Erica told that I'm supposed to be focused on? I haven't seen any reason to do that. What? I said early on, if Erica asks me.
Boy, you let the candy ass tell it. She's lied about everything. Yeah, you know, this is a good question. What lie has she told again? Y'all still sitting here talking about, oh, she met with them in Tennessee. They flew out to her. Do y'all understand why I wanted Candace to get her ass on a plane and fly to Phoenix? That way, their so-called meeting could have been televised and live streamed. We would have a recording of it. It would have been in a video. We would have been able to witness the exchange. Right now, we can just assume that at least one of them secretly recorded the other, even though Tennessee is a one-party consent state. But had Candace took her cowardly ass out there to Phoenix, we would have all been able to see the dialogue. Why would the candy asses not want that? I will never understand. Just like I don't understand them following a dumbass cult leader from another planet that says, I hate all of you. Anyone who sues her. You can't make this up. Now do you all see why I wanted her to fly her cowardly ass out there to Phoenix? Everything that was discussed in that 4.5-hour private meeting that Erica Kirk should have never agreed to. Never agreed to. She should have been bold enough to go out to Phoenix and confront everyone at TPUSA and Erica Kirk. That way we could have record of the damn conversation. You can't make this up until a video is posted of what they actually talked about. Candace, go ahead and leak the video, the audio footage. You know you want to. You know you recorded it. Just leak it. Put it out. You can tell us that one of your sources did it. We'll agree to Grimace and Yeasty releasing this. Because obviously, you agreeing to have a secret private meeting for 4.5 hours means that you at least recognize you did some effed up stuff. Because why would you not be bold enough to just go to Phoenix and say, F it all, I'm just going to go out here and confront them in person? But you take a 4.5-hour secret squirrel meeting. Girl, if you don't kick rocks. You know, this sudden change is because she lost control of her platform and her coat runs her. It's all for clicks, views, likes, and money. And they want her to have this venom and this angst and this hatred against Erica Kirk. Because most of these dumb bots never cared for TPUSA either way. And now they certainly hate TPUSA. And Candace, it's like, you know what? Whatever keeps them watching. All 3 million people. Because they're going to come in the chat and remind me that she's getting all these views. Confirming the fact that she's doing this to get views. These simpletons don't know how to stop proving my point. The sudden shift is for views. It's a PR stunt for her. This is a show. Which is why Erica Kirk needs to get the protection order against her. Because if you leave it in the hands of Candace, the dumb demon, she's going to fly on her broomstick all the way out there to Arizona and to try to show up at Erica Kirk's house and do something. Because she's mad and she hates everyone. I hate all of you. That's what she said. Came out of her mouth. You can't make this up.
Be quiet. I will be quiet.
And you're making hundreds
She
and
will never be
thousands of
quiet.
dollars every single episode.
Yep.
Going after the people that I love. No, stop. To stop.
This is why there are many people who do not believe that women are equipped to lead companies.
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
We are doing a couple of episodes to separate fact from fiction when it comes to the background of Erica Kirk. Something is not right. And she has been orchestrating this entire PR campaign. I've seen enough. Erica Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct for questioning amount of evidence.
You want an American citizen to be dragged into a police precinct for questioning based on what crime again? Candace, I'm still waiting on you to say what the crime is. What crime has she committed? That's not how we do here on Earth, in the United States of America. But yet, you want her to be dragged to a police station. I'm curious to know what crime she committed. Why can't you articulate? Give some reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. That sounds like one of those soft sits. Yeah, this is how soft sits talk. Yeah, you got to articulate a reasonable suspicion of a crime. You know, because you're still not a police officer at all. You're impersonating a federal agent, an investigator. But at least tell us what the crime is committed. What was the crime committed? I want the state statute code. Is there some sort of violation of federal law here? Give us the penal code. Give us the actual law violated. In the meantime, Erica Kirk, get a protection order against Candace and sue the hell out of her and be done with it. Because you leave it up to her and her cult members, they're going to drag you out your house and throw you in jail. You got sick people out here that are very capable of kidnapping someone. Are they still looking for Savannah Guthrie's mother? people very well capable of kidnapping somebody. You rally up her base. Who's to say one of those sick Fs wouldn't do that to Erica Kirk and her 2 kids when Candace is obsessed with her and stalking her already? Oh, and harassing her. Something she was charged with doing at 17 years old. Who's to say that her and her cult members wouldn't do that? They wouldn't be fired up to do that. You know what? I'm sick of it. I'm just going to kidnap her and hold her for ransom. Until the U.S. decides to cut off Israel, Erica Kirk is in my basement. I don't put it past this heifer. Y'all better spread the word. Erica Kirk needs to get a protection order against her. I'm telling you. This is not going to end well. I have no reason to trust Candace. And I saw this happening months ago. I literally said, Candace, why don't you just go all the way there? You know you want to go after Erica Kirk. Why are you beating around the bush? Because she's showing her true nature. She couldn't help it. Candace is mighty, mighty funny. How you think that she should not sue you. Like you're taking offense to that. Child, please. I'm more concerned about her safety than anything else.
That is now piling up, I would say, against Erica Kirk, allowing Ben Shapiro to open that AmFest behind her. I said that was my clue, something was wrong. Basically, Erica here is pulling the LBJ, and what I mean by that is as soon as LBJ got into office after JFK's assassination, he reversed course on every single one of JFK's policies. JFK's enemies seemingly became LBJ's friends. Erica appears to be doing that to me strongly. I know for a fact Charlie is
You're not her friend. Hold on. You're not her friend. Candace, you're not her friend. Y'all aren't friends. You never were. You never even friended her on social media. Didn't Candace unfriend Charlie Kirk before he died? You are not Erica Kirk's friend. It didn't seem like you ever were. You've been more jealous and envious of her than anything, but you were not her friend because you wouldn't even bring up her kids if you were a human being. If you were at least empathetic, you wouldn't even mention her sick mother. You would not have doxed her mother and her mother's illness on your platform if you were remotely humane, let alone her friend. You're not her friend. And Erica Kirk, you should not allow anybody to punk you up to believe that once upon a time, this miscreant from hell was your friend. No, she's not. Tell Megyn Kelly she can come see me if she don't like it. Punk ass. Former litigator my behind. That's not a friend. Somebody is bringing in your kids into this equation. Not a friend. She's not even thinking like a mother. She put your mother's illness out there, and no one needed to know that. Knowing Erica Kirk's mother's illness is not going to get anybody's bills paid any faster. Not even a little bit. It was a violation of her medical privacy. This is coming from the demon that thinks that she's above the rule of law and now wants to be deified as her own religion. As if being a cult leader is not enough. Are you not happy as the cult leader, Candace? Are you not happy? Why is that not enough? You dumb alien.
I mean by that is as soon as LBJ got into office after JFK's assassination, he reversed course on every single one of JFK's policies. JFK's enemies seemingly became LBJ's friends. Erica appears to be doing that to me strongly. I know for a fact Charlie is like Ben. Erica appears to be doing that to me.
What?
All right, you guys. Today we're going to talk about.
Yo, we got Army. Y'all say hello to my boyfriend. I miss you so much, baby. How you doing? Oh my God, y'all. Oh man. Shout out to Milk Bar for his fantastic content. Shout out to Ami, my future baby daddy. Oh my good Lord. I hope he's single, boy, because I don't want to make him a mixed white man. He's my whole boyfriend. He doesn't even know it. And I'm not sharing him. Y'all say hello to Ami. He's so cute. He did a new video, Candace Owens on Charlie Kirk's third eye, because it must be done. Make sure you guys check out Army's YouTube channel. I am going to reach out to him and see if he'll join us, and I can blush and gush over him for a good hour while we live react to Candace's show. Because the dumb alien has got it coming. What better way for her to have it coming? Two ways, for me and Ami at the same time. That would be epic. Oh, it would be epic. Come on, baby. Come on to the LLC. We're waiting. Make your hot meal. Put your feet up. Unlike Candace, I will make you a sandwich, honey. Ciao. Y'all ready? We're going to check this out. And then that'll be the end of this. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you keep this video up in the algorithm. Candace, all your cult members over here in the chat, they're gonna be mad and they'll get over it. Whatever. But you need to give your people some attention. They said to bring back Mitch Snow because they paid for it. And at some point, you're gonna have to start giving back refunds to your supporters over there in Australia. They don't want you to come over there. They just want you to give them their money back. Did you pay that judgment? You owe the government of Australia money for court costs. You and your attorneys lost like hell. Just as an FYI. It was a unanimous ruling, by the way. So all of the judges on the High Court of Australia's panel agreed that Candace should not be allowed to go into that country. You can't make this up. How epic is it when the entire country of Australia tells you to kick rocks? They said unanimously, bye, Felicia. Oh, man, I'm going to wear that out. All right, y'all, let's check out Army and have a good laugh and end this out on a good, happy, laughing note, because it's the only way to go at this point. Erica Kirk, please hurry up and file a protection order against Candace, the dumb alien, because she's not your friend. She doesn't care, and now she's bringing up your kids. And she's dangerous. It's getting dangerous, Candace. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. Why should I? I don't owe you anything, you dumb alien. I'm not going to ever sugarcoat it. I'm not missed it yet. I said this was going to happen. She's out of control. So at the very least, protect you and your kids and make sure she doesn't come within 100 feet of you and your home, your business, your company. None of that. She can't call, communicate, get a whole protection order, including not just for you, for TPUSA as well. That way, her and her dumbass insiders can't sit and communicate with each other on company phone. Nope. I would get both. Restraining order, protection order for the protection of you and your kids and TPUSA. That'll really piss off. Let's get to it, y'all. Put a one in the chat where you can see it here.
All right, you guys. Today we're going to talk about Charlie's third eye. Charlie and I spoke a lot about his third eye. As many of you know, Charlie had a third eye. We spoke a lot about that. But what a lot of you may not know, and we're going to discuss this, is that Charlie was also a major fan of 90s alternative rock band Third Eye Blind. Third Eye Blind. Now, why would he listen to that music? Why would he be told he should listen to that music by that band Third Eye Blind? Because clearly there were forces in Charlie's life trying to blind his third eye, okay? It's so obvious. You guys, it's so obvious. They think we're stupid. Clearly, Charlie, as a young child in the 90s, okay, was forced to listen to Third Eye Blind on repeat. He was forced to listen to them over and over again because it was so obvious to everyone around Charlie that he had a semi-charmed kind of life. As you dig deeper into the story, you find that this band from the 90s, Third Eye Blind, was signed to a major label called Elektra Records, founded by Jack Holtzman. Jack Holtzman was a Jewish man, a Zionist, a Frankist. He was a Jewish man who founded Elektra Records, which became part of Warner Music, also Jewish, okay? It's not a coincidence. These people around Charlie were pressuring him. They were pressuring him to blind his third eye.
Y'all. You got problems. Oh man, you look like TJ Jazzy Jeff. Boy, you can't make me fresh to death in that TJ. Y'all, in the other video, he had the Israeli prime minister under the Titanic. He turned Benjamin Netanyahu into the iceberg that sunk the Titanic. Oh my God, my stomach hurt. Oh, y'all know what song he playing? Freaks come out at night. Freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. He's scratching records. That's got to be the coolest thing ever.
They were pressuring him. They were pressuring him to blind his third eye. But Charlie didn't want to do that. He didn't want to do that. He kept wanting to see. He kept wanting to see and live his semi-charmed kind of life. And if you look at the song, if you look at the lyrics to the song Semi-Charmed Kind of Life, you find some interesting messages, just interesting messages. Pull up the opening lyrics. Do, 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 do. I don't know if it's do-do, if it's some kind of do-do, some kind of defecation ritual, some kind of sick satanic ritual in which you defecate on statues in the forest. It's so obvious. And as we've seen with the Epstein files, this is what these people do. Do, 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 do. It's sick. It's so sick. You fast forward into the song, the singer very clearly states, how do I get back there to the place where I fell asleep inside you? It's clearly some kind of satanic sex ritual. How do I get back there to the place where I fell asleep inside you? They're clearly doing these rituals, okay? This was a band called Third Eye Blind that Charlie was made to listen to as a child so they could blind his third eye. I'm sorry. I'm going to unblind his third eye in order to help all of us see clearly through these lies run by Israel, by the Zionists, by Electra Records, by Jack Holtzman, okay? I'm going to open up Charlie's third eye, my third eye, and Brigitte Macron's third leg. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we uncover the connection.
Oh, man. You gotta admit that was funny as hell. His third eye, my third eye, and Brigitte's third leg. Candace, the Brigitte Macron is gonna mollywop your ass in court. Y'all, she admitted to defaming this woman. Y'all, we haven't forgot about the X.com video. We're gonna play that. We're gonna play that after this.
Okay. I'm going to open up Charlie's third eye, my third eye, and Brigitte Macron's third leg. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we uncover the connection between the Zionists and Vertical Horizon and Matchbox 20. It's clearly capitalist.
I'll be so mad if that music copyrighted. Damn it. Oh, man. Melinda wanted me to see this right here, Melinda. Is this a video? Y'all. Okay, I think this is a song. If Candace is telling the... Ooh, oh, yes. This is a song, y'all. Let's get to this. We got to play this song. Shout out to Melinda for tagging me in this. I haven't heard it yet. Let's get this going. Y'all put a one in the chat if you can see it in here. Just hold this 3 more minutes. All right, let's go. If Candace is telling the truth, then the sky is black. The grass grows purple and the sun shines back. Up is down, left is right, wrong feels oh so true. Welcome to her world inverted reality view. She says, you lost the narrative, Bad Bunny stole the show. Objectively successful with the twerking, filth and glow. Lyrics vile in Spanish haze, the FEC would surely ban. But Candace calls it culture win, that's her master plan.
Meanwhile, TPO say stepped up, no demons, no despair. Spread the gospel pure and true to millions in the air. Over 20 million souls heard Jesus' holy word ring out. That's not failure, darling. That's what winning's all about. Hey. And this is telling the truth. Then the sky is black. The grass grows purple and the sun shines back. Up is down, left is right. Wrong feels oh so true. Welcome to a world inverted reality view.
Sure, she claims the
majority's raging. ICE went to our Minnesota state, shooting folks in the face.
All the horror, all the hate.
But flip the script. Look closer, the protesters stormed the line, blocking law, defying order, consequences by design.
Reality ain't her headline spin. The agents followed rules, protecting borders, doing jobs that keep us safe from fools. If Candace is the oracle, then chaos is the norm. But we see law and order, keeping America warm. If Candace is telling the truth, then the sky is black.
She blames Christian Zionism, causing hypocrisy supreme. Says it's tearing down the party, bursting at the seam. But look around the real world, the base is strong and fired. Faith in God and Israel keeps the movement inspired.
The fractures come from elsewhere, the grifters read up sellouts too, pushing open borders, endless wars, forgetting me and you.
If Candy speaks the gospel truth, the party's dead and gone. But Trump's still marching, mega roaring. We're marching on.
She's calling us deluded, paying influencers to lie, like Hillary in 16, watching her dreams die. But mirror, mirror on the wall, who's inverting most of all? Truth ain't on her timeline, it's out here standing tall. Oh, oh, oh. If Candace is telling the truth, then the sky is black.
But praise the Lord, the real sky's blue, and we ain't turning back.
20 million heard the word, the gospel broke on through. Inverted reality's over. Hello, the truth for you.
Yeah. Y'all, this man was pseudo. What the heck is pseudo? Oh my God, y'all, that dude that can sing with that grit. Sound like you right up in church. Y'all, that dude can sing. I don't know who this is. It's all AI. Y'all, you can't make this sound. Yo, this is AI. Oh my God. Melinda, you got to make me one for my birthday. Oh, we got to throw all the little quips in there that Candace stole from me. All my jokes and punts and punchlines. Oh, man. You can't make this up. That was so good. They had this male soloist that, he has so much grit. Sound like he at church, y'all. That little growl I heard. I'm like, yeah. Oh, you better sing the song by yourself, child. That was good. Oh my God, that was good. Someone did it for Gary. What you say, Gary? I want to go. Listen, we Paramount Tactical. We gonna have me on the show. Let me sit in. Paramount Tactical. We go collab. Let me send him a comment right quick. Hey there, hey Paramount Tactical goes. Hey Gary. When are we going to collab, bro? Oh man, love your content as always. Y'all, this song is fire. The singer in it, the vocals in that is awesome. I love the one song like he straight up, that just remind me of just someone that has so much that grit, that growl in that. Oh, just rough around the edges and then it's just real clear. Oh, I love that sound. I love it. That was good. Y'all see how I heard it. Let me retweet it or repost it up. That was awesome. That is so good. It's so good. I want one. I want a song with all of my candy ass punchlines. Start with Candace. You are bad at this. Yes, bad at this, Candace. Girl. Who child, y'all, listen, that was awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad you reminded me of that one. Thank you so much. I love good music, by the way. Yeah, I was a music reactor and did a little journalism with this little Ponzi scheme called Novatech. before I just went full blown, because the music now is so copyrighted, you can't play nothing. So, honey, when I say enjoy good music up in the LLC, now it's hard to do a music reaction video. I have so many people still asking me, "When you go get back to reacting to music? When YouTube stops copyrighting all my all my videos?" Because otherwise, you won't be able to see them. They'll copyright them or they'll block them. Can't see, you can't even see them. It ain't even about the revenue. They block them. So it's like, man, it's hard even for you all to know that it's out there. This was good. This was so good, y'all. I can't believe this. Let me show y'all the one that post I did. I'm trying to see. Oh, this one right here, y'all. So Amy responded here, tagged me in it. What happened to her hating people who lie? Shout out to you, Amy. She told Sarcastic Liberty, "No, you're just slow. We filed to dismiss in Delaware, making the argument that they need to bring the lawsuit to Tennessee, where I live and where the statements were actually made." She is admitting that defamatory statements were made in Tennessee. Candace, you are really dumb. Your attorneys have got to be pooping bricks, okay? Yeasty's about to give birth to another Yeasty. You're sitting here admitting that statements were made. It doesn't matter where. You can't even make the argument in court. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. This is priceless. This is priceless. She literally Candace, they're gonna mollywop your ass in court. Your LLCs are registered in Delaware, you dummy. That's where all the money is being made, and they want you to pay them. The end. Hell, I want her, but I'm gonna send you an invoice, Candace. Your followers, your Coke followers keep telling me I'm getting $7,000, and I have not gotten any money yet. I'm waiting. In the meantime, I guess I just have to send in Candace and Yeasty an invoice. You know, because you keep hemorrhaging the money on Sugar Booger. Can't make this up. Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Thank y'all for following me as well. Follow me on X. Here you go. Y'all make sure y'all go support my fantastic mod here, S Files, on her YouTube channel, on her X. If you guys follow me on X, I follow you back. All right. Listen, I'm not Candace, the cult leader. I actually show support right back to you all. I don't care if I have more people I'm following that are following me. If you follow me, I'm following you back. So please follow me on Twitter X and on Instagram at Lady Luck Club LLC on both. And make sure you subscribe to my second channel as well, Lady Luck Club with Sweet Tea, because that is already at 2,000 supporters within the last week and a half. It went from about 1,400 to 2,000. And over there, we're talking about some true crime cases and stuff. So it's picking up some momentum, getting its own views on the content there, bringing awareness to some of these cases where justice needs to be brought. And these cases are being swept under the rug. So follow me at the Lady Luck Club with Sweet Tea and subscribe there and check out the content there. And we're going to continue to follow the true crime cases over there. Is one I want to start on. Was a young man took his father's life after he threw him just a lavish birthday party. He took his father's life and just left the house, took his car. He's only 15 years old. You can't make this stuff up. And that one hits home for me a little bit because I have boys around that age. My youngest is going to be 14 this year. My oldest is going to be turning 18 this year. And you got this 15-year-old that took his father's life after his father threw him a a nice birthday party. It's insane. Cases like that need to have attention brought to it so that justice can prevail. And so that's what, my reporting is over there is about, making sure that these cases get attention and justice. So follow me over there. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. As you all can hear, my voice is just gone. Erica Kirk, you still need to get that protection order on Candace. Candace, you can kick rocks. You dumb heifer. Kick rocks. No, like the female version of Umar, the Oompa Loompa. Can't make this up. And you guys tune in tomorrow. I will be going live tomorrow. Tonight, I'm just gonna do this. Tomorrow we'll go back to finishing up the do a live on Umar as well, because hopefully they take his ass to court and put him in check where he belongs. And then of course we'll cover whatever demonic episode Candace can whip up for tomorrow, because you can't make this stuff up at this point. Her shows are pre-scripted and pre-recorded, so she's not making them up either. All right. So you guys hit the like button on the way out. To all the candy ass cult members, kick rocks, your cult leaders watching my videos. And I appreciate all of you and your support. Subscribe to the LLC. And until the next one, thank you all so much. Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.